from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Hello, this is Israel, and I am CEO of Daydreams Interactive and author of Princess Planet. So, genius is common, and as a kid, I loved to daydream. Even as an adult, I love to daydream. And when my daughter became 6 and loved princess characters, but we just could not find the diversity that showed her, we created our own characters. So, for instance, you have Princess Nulu right here. Princess Nulu is from Uganda, and her genius is that she loves to take care of animals. She can actually even listen and hear what they say. And then we have Princess Isabella right here. Princess Isabella, she's from Cuba, and her genius is biochemistry. One day she hopes to eliminate disease. Then we have Princess Nia right here, and Princess Nia is based off of my daughter, and she wants to be the greatest dancer alive. So that's her genius. So what's your genius? My genius is my imagination. Genius is common.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. I am J. Allen Lilly, your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Our first speaker is Annette D. Jackson. She is a proud mother of two, Spelman College graduate, 1984 former college coach, tennis and golf, and one of the top 25 women in Atlanta in the 2011 through 2012 with the proclamation from the city of Atlanta. She's also a member of the Statesman Academy for family policy and the 2020 candidate for the U.S. Senate in Georgia. Wow. To include being an advocate for constitutional rights of citizens of America. I present to you Miss Annette D. Jackson.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you said wow.
Yeah.
You got me starting off with a wow.
I recognize amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Amen. Amen. Well, today, thank you so much.
Okay. Well, greetings, and look forward to hearing what you have to share. And always remember, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
Hey, that's beautiful. Here's what I'm saying. The topic of today is Black businesses in the Black community. But before I go into Black businesses, I want to talk about the Black community. The Black community has always been resilient. If you look at post-Reconstruction, the 1800s, you're talking about Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, you got James Fortune, who was an inventor, and he had a patent. Black men and women had patents. They were inventors. We're not short of anything. Okay. So now let's go business, right? Since the 1800s and now to 2022, what has really happened is that we just decided to say, you know what, we're going to work for somebody. We're going to work for somebody and we're going to get that paycheck. And we're going to be fine because that's going to establish where we can get a house and then we can keep on going. However, when you talk about capital markets and emerging markets, right? Why wouldn't Black America want to get into a capital market or an emerging market? Guess what? Just to put out a toothbrush. I'm COO of a medical supply company in California. I live in Georgia, but in California, and we're about to put out a toothbrush. Let me tell you why. We did the research, and what we saw is that a lot of the toothbrushes have pesticides, even from the plastic. So we want to limit the pesticides, but guess what? Black America and there's community, there's so many chemists, there's so many engineers. We're not short of talent. Let me tell you, the Black business and the Black community have the greatest human potential that I've ever seen. If you look behind me, there is a picture of Billy D. Williams, right? He was a Black businessman, but guess what? His talent was, hey, if you're fine, you're fine. And if you can use that on the screen to make millions, oh my God, that makes a difference. Look at Lena Horne. And the list goes on for Black America. Let's take Black communities. When you see Black communities, wouldn't it be great to have the quality grocery store so that we as the Black community don't have to go into other communities? We can go into other communities because we live in the United States of America and this is a free country. But wouldn't it be nice to have a feng shui Whole Foods, okay, where you have a live band during the day, okay? That's Black America because we are the soul of America. Why shouldn't we have that? Why shouldn't we have a Sprouts, or look, name the grocery store, whatever that you want to, and guess what? Franchise it all over the country. This is talk about how you move into emerging markets and you move into capital markets. Let me just start small. In any community, there is always just the stalwarts that create the community. It's the teachers, it's the doctors, it's the policemen, it's the postmaster. In back in the day, it was even the milkman. The milkman was so essential to our community. And how about what was essential to the community was our neighbors. Do you know when you wanted to make those good old biscuits and you went to whipping up and you realized you didn't have any yeast, who could you call? You could call your next door neighbor because they had it, right? So it was so very important to have this network or this nexus of community. Juxtaposed, guess what the community had? They also had seamstress. My grandmother was a seamstress. She was a seamstress. She made our clothes and she had 9 children. And then my grandmother, which is my father's mother on the other side, she was a elevator operator. But guess what? She knew how to invest in stocks. So, and bonds. That's business too. When we create this, what is considered this family legacy, it's in insurance, it's in real estate. And speaking of real estate, that's how I got to Spelman College. My dad was in real estate. He grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. And his mother came out here, became the elevator operator. And of course, you have to have a certain decorum and you have to dress appropriately. And he went into real estate when he was 20 years old and had his brokerage in Leimert Park. Now Leimert Park is popping. When I say Leimert Park is popping in California, but he didn't go to the draft because he had a wife and 2 children. So he was very purpose intended. Juxtapose, business is purpose intended from the beginning. How do you start? Go to the IRS, look up on the web or have somebody help you get an EIN number, right? And before you get an EIN number, decide what is going to be the name of your company. What is going to be the name of your company? I'm a COO of a medical supply company. It's called Stay Well Leola. And Stay Well Leola was founded by a 33-year nurse who decided to become a nurse entrepreneur. And guess what our tagline is? Rule your health. We have blazers that say rule your health. And in the midst of the pandemic, it's about self-care. You have to really take care of yourself. But that's business because that market, the medical market, what is it? Could be hospital beds. We delivered a toilet in West LA because the gentleman, the toilets were lower in Los Angeles. And so his brother did not want him to fall if he wasn't there. And I tell you, when we delivered that toilet and he could raise it up and everything, he was so happy. And we never went into the bathroom. And he was like, no, come on, let's go in the bathroom. This Jewish man was so happy. That's business. Being able to, when you get a call, you fill the order. Let's talk paperwork. Your EIN number is paperwork. Your business name is paperwork. If you want to incorporate or have an LLC, it's paperwork. Even if you have somebody do it like LegalZoom, it's paperwork. So the Black community has to say, you know what? We're going to get in the big game of commerce because the United States has a commerce department. Do you know how many people are doing business, but are Black Americans really doing business how they should? The Brookings Institute says that there are only 2.2% of Black employer businesses, right? Out of millions, right? So here's my charge. Start a business and we want the 20-year-olds, the 19-year-olds, all the way to maybe 30. We want the younger generations and have them network together and form like their own Silicon Valley, because when the way Silicon Valley was formed, the tech industry, they were all partners. So they had ownership. The key to the Black community is ownership. The key to a Black business is to have ownership, right? And it's also to get certified, whatever your industry is, because you have NASIC codes per industry. The Black community has to know that when you go to really getting into big business or scaling up, it's about deciding what industry are you in. Are you in the medical supplies? Are you in the hair care? Are you in the mascara business? Are you in the lipstick business? Are you in the earring business? Are you in the mining business? And speaking of mining, there are Black women who, own mines. Look, I want to tell Black America, let's own some mines. I want 1,000 people buying mines today. Just go up online and say, I want to buy a mine, okay? Because these industries are really ripe. If you would have invested in Microsoft, if you would have invested in Apple, it's time to invest. Even if you have $50, it really doesn't matter. And what you can do as far as business is you can start a 403B plan, which is your retirement, let that build up. And if you need to borrow from your own self, see, you got to understand if there's no access to capital, that you can borrow from yourself. So our community is rich. Our community is rich all around the country because we've taught people how to dress, how to cook, how to be established, how to really have a great work ethic, how to dance, right? I was the best dancer in high school. How did I learn? Watching Soul Train, okay? Don Cornelius. We had people go before us who really taught us. And let's go to the humble beginnings of the Black community. The humble beginnings of the Black community is your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your aunt, your cousins, your neighbors. That is the heart of the Black community that has existed for so long. I went to Spelman College. Historically, Black colleges have existed for such a long time, and they're rich. They educate, men and women from all around the country, and they're the best in the craft of what they do. The top corporations hire them to do some amazing exploits. But I will say this. It's not only just Black businesses, it's how Black businesses and Black communities merge within a network outside of the Black community. Because our white brethren, we need to tap into, because post-Reconstruction or even pre-Reconstruction, we had abolitionists. So we've always had our white brethren helping us. Spelman College, who helped Spelman College? The Rockefellers. So we cannot discount other amazing individuals who had the acumen and knew the recipe and knew the prescription for what to do. Why can't we go to anybody who knows what to do? I have a great mentor who is so fabulous. When I say fabulous, and he's a millionaire. No, he's actually a billionaire, okay? Fabulous. Had mentors when I ran for U.S. Congress, when I first started, when I was 31, signed the Contract of America with Newt Gingrich, Paul Coverdale, and you know what they did? They guided me into the systems of America. In business as well as communities, there's systems of America. How do you have lighting in communities, right? It's a city, it's a municipality, or it's a county. So all of these things go together. So the Black community and Black business have to tap in. They have to tap in to their genius too. And their genius is just right around the corner. Of course, I've been waiting for a sidewalk in one of our 3-unit buildings for a long time. And they're still going to do that. But still, you have to put in the paperwork because that's business, right? And I will tell businesses what they know that they need to do. You have to pay your taxes. You can't slough from not paying your taxes. If you have employees, take out for payroll taxes. And the best thing to do is pay your taxes every month, because you don't want to wait till tax season to be trying to find all the paperwork. Keep a monthly running tab of expenses, of taxes, and then pay them monthly. Pay them monthly. The Black community is rich. The Black community is wealthy. The Black community is so amazing. Okay. I have 2 children, 23 and 22. And when I see them and I hear some of the things that they say that they want for their businesses, what they want to do, it's amazing. I didn't know that my son ever wanted to be a dog breeder, but he loved dogs. Okay. We had a Rottweiler while they were growing up. He developed a business from that to breed dogs. It's amazing. My daughter loved eyelashes. So what did she do? She developed her little small business for eyelashes, which she's hoping to scale up. The Black community. When I say the Black community, what does community mean? It means that we all get together and we find out what are the ideas that make everything proper. And those ideas that make everything proper, what I'm saying is to develop a blueprint. The Black community has to develop a blueprint, and the Black business, has to develop a blueprint. Let me tell you a good book that the WBNC put us in an accelerator. It's by Gino Wickman. It's called Traction. In business, you have to have traction. And in your community, you have to have traction. For business, you have to develop your 30, 60, 90-day plans. You have to know what your team is like. Who likes this? Who doesn't want to do this? How you can scale up. You have to know your team, and your team has to meet. They have to have leadership meetings. And when they have these leadership meetings, guess what? Everybody can lead. That's what we have to know. We're not in competition in business with each other. Let's go to the community. With the communities, we're not in competition with each other. Well, we kind of. If your lawn is higher than your neighbor's and you need to mow it, can you mow it? Okay. That's business too, because what it creates is the business of the community where you have oral beauty. When I say oral beauty, because of going to Spelman College, I kept getting off of that exit every time. And as I traveled the state of Georgia, running for U.S. Senate in 2020, I decided, I said, I want to be a bridge developer. I want to name bridges to highlight the influx of how you go into Black communities. How about an amazing representative, Misha Maynor, in the Georgia General Assembly? She helped me to do this. Named a bridge, the Historically Black Colleges and Universities President's Hero Bridge. But what I had to do, I had to take care of the business. I had to write the proposal out, and then I had to get it to a representative, and she had to produce it before the General Assembly. And how about it had to have a first reading, it had to have a second reading, and it got passed on the last day. Okay, got passed on the last day. And so now what they did is, because I asked for a state route, they end up switching the bridge to, and I have to do some other paperwork for the bridge, but they end up giving me the highway. So now getting off on I-20 at the Historically Black Colleges of Spelman, Morehouse, Morris Brown, Clark Atlanta, and then an Interdenominational School of Theology, it's amazing. That is going to be named the Historically Black Colleges and Universities President's Hero Highway. So that's how you take care of business. But let me tell you, you take care of business by being in business through paperwork. A lot of Black businesses, it's hard to want to do the paperwork. Find somebody who loves how to do the paperwork. Get you an accountant. An accountant is really important. And make sure that paperwork is so important. When I say so important, it's so important. To the Black community, I have to say that I love you. I love you so much because we have so much to offer. When I see the little girls and, you put on music and they're dancing, and I see boys and you could see the little man in them, it is so amazing. What are we to do? We are to build the genius, the root word, Latin word, educare is to bring out. We have to be able to bring out the genius in people. We have to be able to bring out the genius in community, and we have to bring out the genius in Black business. So I'll give you an example. I was a financial advisor for United Way. United Way had a program in Georgia to have businesses scale up who really never scaled up. So I had a 30-year real estate company, and I had a woman who was an instructor for SafeServe. And so she went in to instruct new restaurant owners of the certifications that they had to have. So we had to have 12 coaching sessions. I'll tell you, for business, you got to have a coach. It's important to have a coach who's guiding you, who you can ask questions, who you can feed off, and who you can tutelage. You got to tutelage under somebody to learn. It's so very important. But this 30-year-old real estate, we were able to, he had an amazing commercial property, but he needed to take down the trees because the trees were invading his property. So part of that money went to the trees. Part of that money, he had an amazing deck off of Ralph David Abernathy. So he pressure washed the deck, bought a pressure washer, put a table out there. We cleared up the land, and it was just amazing for the ServeSafe. So she was able to go into the co-working spaces, and she was able to look at how she could have a commercial kitchen where she can bring people into her commercial kitchen. And she needed tables, chairs. I mean, it was just amazing, but they had to develop a budget. So it's important that you develop a budget, and you can develop a monthly budget to a yearly budget. You don't have to spend all your money all at one time, but they had $6,000 to spend, and they did an amazing job. So accelerators are good, and having a coach. And I was so happy to be their coach, because this is what a coach doesn't do. A coach doesn't say, do this as a business, do this as a business, do this as a business. And they're not going to be there to coach them and do some of the work too. Because if you don't know, you don't know. It's okay. If you don't know, you just ask. And that's what your coach is for, to show you how to do. So I'm so thankful. The Black community is purely amazing. Let's talk books. There's so many books out there on the Black community now. Across the country, we're talking about reparations and what we do about putting Black history out there. The bottom line, we've already made history. Tiger Woods has made history. My dad, he was one of the unsung heroes of the PGA of America. He's made history. As far as I'm concerned, my grandmother made history in having 9 children. And I'm sure our other Black men and women and our white brethren have made history for having children, developing business. Look at Coca-Cola. How did Coca-Cola become that conglomerate? Because they went into the marketplace, but they started small, and they had a team of partners. Please, Black businesses, I would say, have partners. Have partners. Take the ego out. Take the ego out. Take the ego out, because we all need help. Take the ego out. Chart your course. Chart your course. You have to chart your course. And those businesses belong into the community. So I believe the fiduciary responsibility to the communities, because there are community improvement districts. We need to find out all around the country who are the community improvement districts, and how do they feed into the Black businesses, and who are the Black businesses there that they could lend support to. Because a Black business might just need radio time. KJLH is doing in Los Angeles is doing for Black History Month for women a grant program, and you could win $10,000 so you could do your podcast, so you can get your message out. But imagine being able to know and somebody show you who's already in radio how to get your message out. It's key to get your message out, because business is simultaneous and communities are not going anywhere because land is not going anywhere. So we have to find the best places where land can grow, where we can put great edifices up. And more importantly, for the Black community, we have to clean our communities. And we have to ask our county municipalities, our county governments, and our city municipalities, what money are you budgeting to this Black community per square mile? How much money are you budgeting? And how much are you budgeting for trees to make it look amazing? So when you go through the Black community, you're like, oh my goodness, I want to come back. And then you see these feng shui restaurants that have great Creole food, have great vegetarian food, have, just it's soul food. Soul food is just amazing. So there are many chefs of our day that deserve, adoration, because the Black community, I don't care what anybody says, boy, we could burn. So in the burning concept, let's look at leveling up, okay? And let's look at being concrete. Yesterday was in Goodwill and just searching around for, workout equipment. And this gentleman said, I said, how are you doing? He said, I'm concretely leveled. And I said, oh, that is just powerful. I said, do you mind if I use it to talk about Black business and Black community? He said, yes. He said, because you have to be concrete, because you have to have a standard. There's a standard for how you do everything. And he said, in being level, he said, it's important to have a foundation. The Black community ought to have a foundation, and the Black business ought to have a foundation by starting small, getting your EIN number, establishing what your business is going to be, getting into your industry, having a NAICS code, even being on the SAM system, the system for award management. That's very important, because if you want to federally contract, you can federally contract. Or let's say you have a mentorship program, because it's a school, it's government. So if you are in the system for award management, then it's easier to get that contract with that school. So we can look at contracting, and I'll tell you this, for Black businesses, the federal government has never fulfilled their quota in America for giving federal contracts to Black businesses. And I really think why? Because we're not in the game. Black businesses are only 2.2% out of millions, okay? Millions. And I'll have you go find out how many millions. And it's astounding when you find it. And I want you to go look at the Brookings Institute and what it says about Black businesses. And then businesses are tied to neighborhoods, because it's tied to the valuations of your houses, your schools. You know, if you look at really thriving neighborhoods, right? They have grocery stores. They have, auto stores. They have tire stores. I mean, they have a Starbucks. They have little specialty stores. And I think in LA, Crenshaw Boulevard is doing that. In Oklahoma, okay, did have that. And now it's coming back. Now in Stonecrest Mall area, they are establishing, or did establish, the new Black Wall Street. So the new Black Wall Street is coming back. However, you got to work together. You have to have mentors, and you have to really be about community. And you need to go to some of the community meetings, because you have to understand, what is community about? And community is not all about arguing with each other, right? It's all about finding solutions. You have to find a solution for business, and you have to find a solution for community. I love community. I love businesses and the Black Business Network. I love what Dr. Eric Kelly said. I support Black business because I am a Black business. And it's so very important. During the pandemic, our medical supply company, we were having problems trying to get products, but we still were able to get products, but because we had a number of networks. It's important to establish your network, because what if one network goes out of business? If one network goes out of business, you have to have another network that you can pick up the phone. Relationship is amazing for the Black community, and relationship is amazing for the Black business. You got to have a relationship. A gentleman, William Osgood, told us when we were developing our capability statement, and I would suggest for Black businesses that you develop a capability statement that tells all the certifications that you have, your NACER codes. It tells what your core competencies are. It tells everything about your business in a short snapshot. And I think that's amazing, because guess what? You don't have to talk as much when you're meeting supplier diversity agents for large companies. You give them your capability statement ahead of time, and you find out, what do they have? What do they have? What don't they have that you can supply? I love the way supplier diversity is going today. And I suggest that Black businesses find the different avenues for supplier diversities in large businesses. And then 2, guess what you can do? You can catapult you being a small business into a joint venture, because the joint venture is with the large company that needs your 51% Black owned business. Man, that's on fire. That is on fire. I love it. It's okay to merge with people. If you have a 51% owned business, that's fine. And this is what we have to get people to understand. You have to scale it up. You have to have your target populations. You have to have who are going to be, your customers. You have to have your customer bases. You have to have your databases. You have to have all your Excel spreadsheets. You have to have an IT administrator, because you can develop short commercials and short blurbs to put on social media, put on Facebook, put on LinkedIn, and then take it across the marketplace. So it's okay. Launch out into the deep with your business. Launch out to the deep with your business. And, I must admit, you got to thank God for all the great blessings that He has given us, because He's given us air to breathe, and the breath to talk about our business. And I am so thankful to be able to be a part of the Black Business Network, where I could talk about what it means to be a Black business and what it means to be a Black community. And I am looking to, as well as our company is looking to take a Black community that we know in California and totally repaint it. Like, some places just need to be pressure washed and repainted. You'd be surprised what water does for a company. Okay? Water does for a school. Water does. I remember the only performing arts school in Georgia, K through 8, Hooper Alexander Elementary School. What did our parent team do? We went and cut the grass. We edged. When the principal came in that morning, you know what he said? Oh, DeKalb County came and made us look pretty. And what we said is, no, the parents came and made you look pretty. So develop your network. Our network for business is parents, teachers, doctors, policemen, insurance agents, grandmothers who have the wisdom. Ooh, the grandmothers. We need to get the grandmothers who have wisdom, because they're part of the community. And they can tell you also in your business what would be appropriate for us to have. So I know that I'm coming close to my time, but I'm truly thankful. I'm truly thankful. And I'm about to come out with a book. We're doing 2 books. One for the medical supply company, it's called Rule Your Health. And the other one, for my personal side, it's called The Anthology of Thought Leadership. And it's so amazing. I do a poem out of every chapter. The first chapter is called Go Get What's Yours, okay? What's yours is not anybody else's, okay? So we don't have to covet anybody else's business, but guess what? We might want to join their business, right? And expand their reach, expand their research. We can do that, and it's okay. And it's okay. And then we might want to go to their business because it's a franchise and say, look, I need a prescribed model so that I could follow the model, just like Subway. Subway's a franchise. Subway's a franchise. Had a Spellman sister who has a Subway franchise. She was going to quit because there were so many things that she has to do as a single franchise owner. And I was able to talk to her, and I said, no, develop your network. Don't quit, because everybody likes Subway. They have the best salads. You can get you a chicken salad, you can get you tuna, you can get you a veggie sandwich, they have soup, it's amazing. So the bottom line, she didn't quit. And I will tell the Black community, don't quit on the Black community. And I will tell the Black business, don't quit on your Black business, right? Find somebody who knows. It's important to find somebody who knows. When Billy D. Williams and Lena Horne stepped into the stage, guess what? They knew that they were the best. With the Black community, you have to know that you're the best. With Black businesses, you have to know that you have a niche market that nobody has. Right? And then develop your patents and trademarks. Let me talk about the patents and trademarks. In the medical supply company called Stable Leola, we developed a trademark, and it's called Heroes of Health. So with your for-profit business, it's good to have a philanthropy arm, okay? And our philanthropy arm is Heroes of Health. And I love the Heroes of Health because we've given 15 awards, okay, to various people in different industries who are promoting health. We gave Senator Stephen Bradford in California the Heroes of Health Award because he helped get Bruce Beach back to the family that had that property for 33 years. But of course, they gave it back to the county of Los Angeles. We gave Debbie Allen because Debbie Allen has been such a stalwart in dance. Just so amazing. And she just loved it. We gave Otis Salid, just a famous choreographer. It's just amazing. Dewey Hughes, Emmy Award winner, started WOL Radio in Washington, D.C., a small company. And let me tell you, they end up buying a radio station. That is business. So him and Kathy Hughes, and now Kathy Hughes is Radio 1. Today, man, I am clapping because they started small and they knew that they wanted to be on the radio, but they had a certain format. As a business, have a certain format, have a certain traction, 30, 60, 90, 120 days, and you can revisit your plans. You can revisit your plans at all times. For the community, let's make our communities clean. And let's have the best of stores where it's stellar. It's just so amazing, where our grandmothers would be proud, because I know our grandmothers, they used a broom and they swept their doors, their sidewalk, and it was so amazing. It was so amazing. So thank you for this opportunity to present the Black businesses, key. And if I had to say anything else, I would say we have our own national anthem, right? And our own national anthem is that Black businesses are the crux of America, because we're the soul of America. I'm going to have to sing that song, but I will end with this. I'm doing fine on cloud nine. Black businesses and Black communities, get on cloud nine. Thank you.
Wow, wow, wow. That was truly inspirational. Thank you so much for blessing us this morning, or actually this afternoon. Yes, indeed. You actually took me back on a whole lot of, on several levels, especially when you started mentioning Leimert Park. I'm from California, actually from LA. And so, yeah, that's the cultural hub for Los Angeles. And one of the places I miss most outside of being at the beach. So, yes, so definitely. And then the fact that your father was one of the pioneers of that area. Kudos to you and your lineage. But thank you so much. Did you have any other part remarks, or are we?
I would just say, go get what's yours. Go get what's yours. Go get what's yours. What's yours, nobody can take away. And I would say business competition is friendly. You might know somebody who has the same business as you. You can be friends because you might supply something that they might not have. Don't think of it business as being adverse. And we have to stop thinking of Black communities as being adverse. No, let's be loving people who provides this human potential that is safe and so proper for our future generations, because we have to teach our future generations. And that's the best I can say. We have to teach our babies. Our babies are watching us, and our kids are watching us too. So thank you. The Black Business Network, hey, we're Black business. And I love Black business. And I'll tell you, become a golfer, because the art of the deal is on the golf course. So women who are in business, go find you a nice skirt or some pants and look good on the golf course. And I'll teach you how to putt, how to chip, how to drive. But let me tell you, you got to be on that golf course too. You got to be engaged in the luxury of recreation as business too, to build the network. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. I much appreciate it. Thank you so much for all those golden nuggets. And remember, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Yes, at the top.
So, the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college and K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpo.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or you can use the Cash App at the bottom of the screen. And at the bottom of the screen, and that is $BBX USA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund today. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for March 2023. We have NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, California, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith, LLC, Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and the Black Business Expo USA. And remember, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know, a student, a business entrepreneur? Or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sidelines and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I want to reach 1 million+ women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
See, being in business, regardless if you're a non-business or any type of business, is about connecting. It's about hearing new information that can drive you forth. It's more about coming together with people with like minds in order to make your business grow.
You don't wake up wanting to be mediocre and just do just enough. You want to excel. You want to be a master in your craft. You want to take it to the next level. So it's not going to happen by accident. So you have to be mindful and think of what can I do today to help take me to the next level.
The truth is, your life will only change when you get new information. Your life will only change when you move forward with another level of thinking. This expo is about new information to move your life to another level.
Design is human. It's about people. It's about life. We've designed everything around us since the beginning of time. The things that we see, the things that we hear, experience, and feel. And in this evolving digital frontier that we are calling the metaverse, there are opportunities to do things that we never thought were even possible. But with innovation comes responsibility, and there will be many challenges that we must face and overcome together. I've often wondered, how do we create balance between humanity, technology, and the environment in a world that is already constructed? It's as though we are designing against the grain. This is something that many of us are trying to figure out at this technological tipping point. I personally have spent countless hours of my life, especially in the last few years, really thinking about this, thinking about how to create amazing, innovative, and artistic, immersive experiences using technology, but while still doing our part in this world to protect our people and to protect the environment. And what I've realized is that collective thinking around design is holding us back. It's become mechanical, a series of conflicting checklists and linear conventions, components of production cycles. We don't always think about design as coming from within, as inherent to our species, the human. So today I will discuss 5 immersive design considerations for the metaverse outside of these technical checklists and processes. These are considerations that are a little more qualitative, sometimes a little harder to wrap our minds around and transfer that knowledge into meaningful action. These are the things that impact our decision making and the world we live in, whether we realize it or not. And when we make this connection more mainstream, I truly believe that we can evolve the world by pioneering what artistic but responsible, immersive design looks and feels like, and what the metaverse should evolve to become and to include. My name is Natasha Rapsat, and I am an experienced designer, strategist, multi-dimensional being, an explorer traveling to see the bones of the world and to learn for the future of humanity. I have medium brown skin and dark hair that is pulled back. I'm wearing a black shirt, red lipstick. Before we get into the considerations, let's discuss immersive design for common understanding. Feel free to leave comments or questions. I will do my best to answer. Thank you for joining me today.
Dr. Eric Kelly III, and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. I am J. Allen Lilly, your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. Today, we have Dr. Lotus Richey of Lotus Richey Ignites. She'll be speaking on the power of video. Dr. Richey partners with individuals and corporations to ignite the fire on the inside by using powerful strategies to bring out significant change in thought processing and behavior modification. She is an international speaker, author, global leader, and trainer to assist you in front of people who are ready to do business with you. I present to you Dr. Lotus Richey.
Hello, and thank you for having me today. I greatly appreciate you. This has been amazing, Alan.
Oh, yes, indeed. No, the pleasure is all mine. I am so looking forward to hearing all the gems that you're about to share with us on this afternoon. With that being said, Jesus is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Thank you, Alan. Well, it's another wonderful day. I'm Dr. Lotus Richey, as Alan said, and today we're going to talk about the power of video in your brand. And I've had the amazing pleasure to share this before. And for those of you that are just joining me, that's never seen this broadcast before, I always share with people, go ahead and get your notepad and get your pen. And once you get your notepad and get your pen, go ahead and put a 10 in the comment. Get your notepad and pen and put a 10 in the comment. And also let us know where you're viewing us from, whether it's Facebook, StreamYard, not StreamYard, I digress, any platform, Instagram, Facebook, any place, Roku TV, Amazon, wherever you're streaming in from. We want to know where you're streaming in from. But most importantly, put the 10, because I always say note takers are money makers. And note takers are change makers. But it's without question that you cannot change anything in your life if you don't take the notes and put them into action. And today I've got a wonderful engineer backstage. We're going to be sharing some videos with you that's going to help show you the power of video and compel you to ensure that you are doing great business in video. We had a speaker that came up earlier, and she did an amazing job talking about the things that we should do in business. Annette Davis Jackson was simply amazing. And one thing she said that really compelled me as I was in the studio listening to her was about doing business with other people, not just people who are people of color, but people that don't look like us. And here's one caveat: people all around the world. So you might be saying, Dr. Lotus, how can I do business with people all around the world? Using your video, sharing your message. I've shared with people on many occasions about Lisa Nichols. Lisa Nichols talked about the elevator pitch. What's an elevator pitch, you might ask? It's the pitch that you're giving to people, whether you're on an elevator or not, whether you're at a restaurant, at an event, and you're telling them about your products and your services and why they should do business with you. It's been said that most of the time when people do business with you, it's not because of the clothes that you have on, or sometimes even the product you're really selling meeting the need of what they want. But it's the way that you connect with them, the way you speak with them, the way you look at them, the way you shake their hand, and the warm and fuzzy feeling that you give. That is really a part of your brand. And your brand has to come across in multiple ways and in multiple languages. You might be saying, Dr. Lotus, what do you mean in multiple languages? During my travels around the world, I realized people in China, people in Japan, people in Africa, people in Australia, they speak a different language when it comes to business. Now, many of you that are watching us, if you've ever been to Japan, go ahead and put a 4 in the comment, because this may resonate with you. When I was doing business in Japan, I was told, don't ever take somebody's business card and put it in your pocket. It's a form of disrespect. So what I'm saying, that's a language. And so we have to understand the language of business, and we have to be able to articulate it in how we present ourselves worldwide to people in video. And you might say, Dr. Lotus, why are you saying video? Why are you saying video? Well, let me tell you a little bit. Video is versatile, it's engaging, it's inspiring, and it's empowering. And it not only gives us a real life picture of what's going on in our businesses, but we can also see what's going on in other people's businesses and how to attract consumers. Yes, you and I are consumers. Even large companies, they're consumers too, because they purchase from other companies so that they can share their message, their products, and their services with the world. So why aren't you doing it? Maybe you might be afraid, or maybe you don't know how. But today, I'm going to share with you how to leverage your message, how to even create your message, and how to share it in video and do it in a powerful way. It's easy to share across multiple platforms simultaneously with video. And consumers worldwide, they simply love it because it's an easy way to gather information about your product, about your service, even about an event you might be holding. It's easy to digest, and also videos help you to entertain people that you want to connect with. And you might be saying, why do I want to entertain people? Let's face it, when we look at ads, because this is how we buy a lot of products. When we look at ads from countries, from corporations all around the world, whether they're selling us glasses, whether they're even selling us lotion, okay, whether they're selling us a product. And look, even my cup has my L on it. But you know how I found it? I went online and I looked at a video, and I saw this company, and they had multiple items for me to choose from. And that helped me make a decision even before I left my home. I knew where I was going. And where did it come? It came from a video. So this helps marketers to really market to our emotions, to our intelligence, and to our desires. And it can give a potentially huge return on our investment. How many of you are doing business and you're saying to yourself, I need a return on my investment? How are you tracking the return on your investment? You can have a return on your investment by every time you do a video, brand any item that you're using. This is a company cup for my brand, the Lotus Richey Ignites brand. My videos, when they go out, along with many other corporations' videos, when they go out, it's a way, it's a tool that we use to brand ourselves. It's a tool. It's just like the jack you keep in your car. And I hope everybody's keeping the jack in your car. So if you have a flat tire, and many of our businesses are on flats, we can change the tire. We can breathe new life into our tires. Let me share something with you. Many of us has heard of Forbes. Forbes is one of the leading magazines, and it's globally known. Forbes shared in a recent article the power of video. Forbes said that the premier communication tool of today is video. And historically, it's been shared, on our phones, our tablets, our computers. So how many of you are joining us today on the Black Business Olympics on your computer? Go ahead and put a number 2 in the comment. If you're joining by telephone, go ahead and put a number 3 in the comment. And if you are joining by any other means, go ahead and put a number 6 in the comment. Now that you've all done that, you are sharing with us by video, by technology, that you're watching this video. And it's without question that each one of you can take what you're doing right now and really turn this into, I don't want to say millions of dollars, not even trillions of dollars or billions of dollars, but it all can be done. Yes, it all can be done. So what we're going to do is look at a quick video, and I'm going to explain that video to you after it's played to see if you've picked up the nuances in these videos that can really bring power to your brand as you tell the story about your brand to the world at large. And so our engineer is going to help me out and play one of our videos, and I'll be back to discuss it further with you. And as our engineer is preparing to share this video, I want to talk briefly about optical phenomenon. And it's probably going to go right to the video here shortly. But this video is going to help you understand about optical phenomenon, and if you're a part of it. Let me tell you a little bit about it. The illusion of films is really based on optical phenomena, okay? It's known as persistence of vision, okay? So what does that mean? That means once this video plays, even after it's removed from the screen, your mind, if you close your eyes, it's still going to be there because it kind of impregnates an image on your mind, and it impregnates it with suggestions that causes you to do critical thinking. It causes you to maybe buy. It causes impulse buys, just like the ones you see at the store, like when you're coming through and you're about to cash out and you see all these little items that people are trying to sell. Well, those are called impulse buys. And so it's the same thing with video. It puts an optical film in your brain, if you will. And that causes people to pledge their loyalty to a brand, to a service, and to a product. It's without question that over 86% of video marketers, they have shared with us that in 2021 alone, their ability to attract new clients, their revenue, their reach has skyrocketed. Why? Because they've used video to catapult them to a new level of existence in the marketing world. In their niche, they have also created 94%, let's talk about this, 94% of marketers agree that video has helped them increase their ability to get their users to understand their service and products. Also, many corporations, instead of coming on a one-on-one basis with you, what are they doing? They are sending you videos to walk you through how to operate their products, how to use their services. That's right. And you can do this too with anyone that needs your product or needs your service. Another 90% claim that their marketing videos increased their brand awareness and generated strong product and services in an article that I researched January 26, 2022. So if that's happening for them, if they're getting a return on investment, you can too. So I want to invite you to sit back and take some notes as we now go into some of the videos that we're going to be sharing so that you can take some notes and some tips and some life-changing information that's going to help you change the way you do business, the way you see video, and the way you see yourself on video, and the way you connect with people worldwide. Let's have our first video.
The 2021 Powerhouse Woman in Motion Ultimate Planning System for Life and Business. This planning system is for you, the powerhouse woman in motion who is resilient. You embrace challenges because you know they come to make you stronger. You know your challenges are just chances to prove to yourself that you have what it takes. As a coach for women entrepreneurs, I designed the Powerhouse Woman in Motion Ultimate Planning System for your life and your business. It is for women entrepreneurs on the go who want to leave nothing to chance. Nothing beats pen to paper or having a plan to relieve stress in your life. No more struggling to figure out what to do next. Your planner is like having a business coach at your fingertips. It's a tool to help you determine the best decision for every goal you make. You will be inspired, educated, and empowered. Grab your copy today and get ready to make 2021 your best and most productive year yet.
I absolutely love that video. The Powerhouse video. The Lotus Richey Ignites Coaching and Consulting team created that video for none other than Pamela Luhing, and she is a powerhouse in her own right. That is a products video that talked about her video. It empowered people, it inspired people, and it let them know that this particular product will help change the way they do business, but not only business, but help change the way they maneuver through life. The video was bright, it was airy, the music was exactly what it needed for the style of video, the classiness of video. And it also gave a call to action. It invited people to connect with her so they can get their next planner, so that they can plan their life, plan their work, and work their plan. And so you can also leverage a planner like this, and this type of video will work for you just about in any niche that you create. It's really all about your message. So let's move on to another video that's going to inspire and propel you in your business.
Hello, everyone. I am Kim Jacobs, the host of The Kim Jacobs Show, and you all know who's right here with me, Dr. Les Brown. How are you, Dr. Brown?
I'm blessed and highly favored. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time you want to give yourself a competitive edge. If you got a message, you have some knowledge or experience, a story, or if you want to do something adventurous and exciting with your life that can increase your credibility, expose you to millions of people, I'm encouraging you to have your own talk show. I used to have a talk show. That one talk show catapulted me to another level. Now there are more people watching the internet, as you are aware, than television. Yes. Come on, somebody.
That's right.
Dr. Kim Jacobs, she trained people on how to have their own talk show. She will train you how to do that. And now with me working, partnering with her, now you have the combination of an audience, expansive audience. We have over 4 million people in all of our platforms, and the coaching you need to grow your business, to grow your multi-level marketing organization, to draw more attention to yourself in this noisy economy. Go ahead, Kim.
So in the training that I do, Les, I actually do a 6-week training. It's 1 hour per week. And each week I meet with the individuals one-on-one. We go through and we talk about all of the things that's necessary for a show to become a reality. We go from how to actually identify your focus area, what's going to be your ideal customer that's going to be tuning in. We'll talk about how to get guests, how to get sponsorship, how to go about getting your lighting, your branding, and your banners, and everything that you need to know. And guess what, Les? They own their own content at the end of the day.
And that's exciting. Now, if you're ready to create a shift in your business and in your life and increase your cash flow, I want you to go to KimJacobsConsulting.com. It's right there on the screen, KimJacobsConsulting.com. You know, people say opportunity knocks on every door. Right. No, opportunity stands by silently waiting for you to recognize it. So I want you to recognize that this is a time for you. This is an incredible time to have your own talk show. It establishes a level of credibility.
Yes.
And by being exposed to people on a regular basis, it allows you to strategically begin to impact and attract your audience. She can take you in a place in yourself that you can't go by yourself. So go to KimJacobsConsulting.com. That's KimJacobsConsulting.com. Did I say KimJacobsConsulting.com? Yes, you did. Very good. Make sure you go there and sign up for the coaching, and we're looking forward to working with you. You have something special. You have greatness within you. That's my story, and that's Kim's story, and we're sticking to it. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.
I had the amazing pleasure of working on the phenomenal video with Kim Jacobs from the Kim Jacobs Show and Mr. Les Brown. You got to be hungry. It was a plum-pleasing pleasure to work on that video with them because Kim said, Lotus, I just need some extra things placed on the video. I need some lower thirds. Can you just spice it up and ignite it the way you do? And we were happy to do that. And so with this video, I hope you saw that it illustrates who you're standing with. So in your video, you want to bring power to your video, power to your brand by standing with people who are already doing great things in the world at large. Okay? A video creates a ripple effect. So once Kim did this video with the famous Les Brown, and Kim is famous in her own right, she joined forces. And we've heard it said there is power in numbers. And this video also made people think outside of the box, not just about the Kim Jacobs Show, but also from the collaborative effort. She also talked about what she does with her program and the trainings that she gives. And what happened there? Les Brown signed off on her. Who are you standing with? A video puts a face to a name, a brand, an idea, and a feeling. It increases your reliability and trust. Let's face it, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people follow Les Brown. So what happened in that video? He bought his followership, his loyalty from his people, from his tribe to that video that we, the Ignites Corporation, helped to trim up and frame up for the Kim Jacobs Show. See, people need to see the person behind the brand. Who's helping the Kim Jacobs brand? Who believes in the Kim Jacobs brand? Who wants to support the Kim Jacobs brand? Les Brown, and many others do. And so this video process for your company can help people realize that you have power in numbers, that you have someone who's been in business for over 20, 30, 40, 50 years supporting you, okay? Often when people can see you and hear your story, it causes cohesion. They want to follow you too. And see, we buy people. We don't buy products, okay? We buy the people's ideas, their concepts, and their creations. But it all starts with people. In this type of video that you just saw on the bottom, she had her YouTube. She might have even had a TikTok. She had her Facebook logo. and she had her Google logo and maybe her Instagram logo. That lets you know who she's affiliated with, where you can watch her shows at, and that in and of itself was a powerful video that talked about her brand, her product, and who's supporting her. And she brought it along years of support by pairing with Mr. Les Brown. Let's look at the next video. As our engineer is preparing for that video, I would like you to please write down 3 powerful people that you are pairing your company with. Write down why you're pairing your company with them. Does it work in the same vein of what you believe in and the message that you're sharing? Also, write down how many people are following them. Do they have 1.2 million people? Do they have 22 million people? Who's following them? And are they really following them consistently? Are they making comments on their posts? Are you making comments on their posts as well so you can connect with them and drive people to the videos and to your brand as you feel that you need to? Is that happening? Go ahead and write those things down, because these are critical pieces that's going to help you establish a great video. It's going to help you align with people who are your true followers, because oftentimes people don't know who their true followers, who their true audience is. And although you can collaborate with people, you want to make sure it's in the vein of what you're doing for your branding and for your business, for your products and for your services. Okay? We've talked about who's using videos. Look right there. Les Brown's using videos. Nike's using videos. Christian Dior, Levi's, JCPenney, Old Spice, Macy's, McDonald's, Burger King, steakhouses. There's just a myriad of corporations that are using videos. The President of the United States using videos. Okay? So let's talk about the next video. Let's look at the next video. All right. All right. All right.
Hello, everyone. This is Donald D. Tosin Sr. Listen, the call just came in. I am going to be on the Lotus Richey Show on March the 22nd at 7 p.m. I am so excited. I have been waiting on this for so long. The Lotus Richey Show on March the 22nd at 7 p.m. Wow. What am I going to wear? I got to go. I have to go get ready. I'll see you there March the 22nd at 7 p.m. Bye.
All right. So that particular video, and I want to thank our engineer behind the scenes. You're doing a fantastic job. That particular video right there was from a show that I did last night on the Lotus Richey Night Show with one of my guests. I had 4 different guests, but that was one of the guests, Donald Tosin. And Donald Tosin, oh my goodness, he has a heavy following. He works with young people. And why am I bringing this up? Is because we want to be cross-generational when we come to our videos. We want to be able to reach people where they are on multiple different levels, irrespective of age and culture and traditions. Okay? We want to understand that video can help break down those type of barriers when used properly. So you might be saying, Dr. Lotus, why'd you use that particular video to help promote your show? Well, it's not all about promoting my show. It really was intended to promote the guest, Mr. Donald Tosin. But I gave him extra value because he was able to put it on all of his social media platforms so that people could be aware of what he's doing, who he's engaging with, and the partnership There were 4 people on my show last night, and each and every one of them, the Lotus Richey Ignites Coaching and Consulting team, created a phenomenal video like that for them to share across all of their social media. Now, I want to ask you a question. Have you looked lately at your Facebook page, your YouTube, your LinkedIn? Have you looked at the analytics? Have you looked at how many people are watching you? How many people are really connecting with you? It's without question that video oftentimes increases connectability. It also will get more people talking about what you're doing. Now, that video that Mr. Tolson was in was designed to bring more attention to our guests. So for those of us that have network shows, just like the video you're seeing now, guess what? You can take your video, you can market people who are coming to your shows, you can market your products, and you can market their product. If you look at the end of what Mr. Tolson said, you saw my beautiful face. You saw the times of the show. I was clear, I was concise about when is the show going to be, what it's about, where you could find me, what time, and I also slipped in there my planner. So don't hesitate to use, and I think I have my planner here. Let me grab this for you. I love to share this. I was able to share this planner. Many of you have products right there on your desk in your home, but you're not showing these. Use your video to show your products and services, even if you're pushing someone else out there, bringing more attention to them. Don't forget to bring attention to yourself, to your product, to your service, to your brand in an ethical way, in a way that's pleasing to the receivers worldwide, and in a way that's going to put you in the best light, along with whomever you're partnering with, in the best vein possible. So I want to thank Donald Tolson for being on the show and sharing that. And I want to thank our engineer that shared most recently this video. Now, we have 2 more videos that we're going to share with you as we start to move to the close of my broadcast. So with the next video, I would like, well, before we go there, I would like you, if you would, take your notepad and your pen. I'd like you to write something down, something that's going to really help you with your business, especially those of you that have shows worldwide, that do podcasts. What did you see in that video that Mr. Tolson showed? What I saw excitement. So when you do a video, you want to make sure it's exciting. What did you see? You saw color. So write that down, please. There are multiple colors showing in the video. But what were they? They were the brand colors of my show. So what are your brand colors for your show? And when you're doing your videos, are you showing your brand colors? Always show your brand color, your brand logo, and always give value in your video. So I hope you got that down. Again, your brand color, your brand logo, value. I hope you got those things from that video that we shared just a moment ago. And so now we're going to show another video for you and come back and give you some more dialogue with this next video.
Did you know women represent just 3% of Fortune 500 CEOs and less than 15% of corporate executives at top companies worldwide? Have you wondered what the secrets are to getting into the top ranks, whether in the private or public sector? Do you want to figure out how to stop being held back in your career or passed over for promotion? Then you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis, President and CEO of the Executive Women's Success Institute. I have decades of experience in the military, the federal government, and corporate America, and my mission is to help women succeed and tap into their full potential. I I want to reach 1 million plus women around the world to become the leaders they are meant to be. So if you want to move into a management or executive level position, or maybe you are a female veteran transitioning out of the military into business entrepreneurship, then reach out to the Executive Women's Success Institute at 301-693-3284. Let us get you on the fast track to success.
Wow. We had such fun making that video for Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis. It was amazing. And in her video, she included images, even employees speaking about all different parts of what makes her like amazing. She really heavily focused on her package and her solution and how she could take the pain points of her clients and really turn them around. She focused on the needs and she addressed their worries instead of focusing solely on what made her company great. She focused on their needs and showed that she could do it. And without saying it out of her mouth, she showed the greatness of her company. And if you don't think that you can do it, or if you think that you're so different that you can't, well, now is the time to write down these notes. What sets you apart? What makes you great with your clients as it relates to the services that you present? What are you doing that's different from someone else, but creates an aura of excellence in your own right? Write that down, because this is going to help you create a very robust way of crafting your video. Okay, simply making one of these videos and showing your staff first and foremost, because you want a team that's going to support you and help promote your videos, but also showing your clients. And you can use these videos in your email marketing campaigns. You can use these if you're trying to get a potential account from a client, because your video can speak in a snap to so many different facets of what your clients might need that you may not even be thinking about if you meet them face to face. Let's talk for a minute. How many times have you gone to a meeting? Just like Les Brown said, I remember this. He said he was at a conference, right? And he was getting ready, but he stood out and his memory fell down. And he had to talk to himself to get back in the game. And it's the same thing. When we go to meetings, oftentimes we draw a blank. But if you've got something that you can go to, your video, that will help you change the game. I remember one of our clients that we wrote a book for about not leaving cash on the table. She was featured on Forbes, and she said, Dr. Lotus, I felt so good because when Forbes asked me, well, do you have a video? I was able to share my video with them, and it really impressed them. It really got me in where I needed to be in. And that was dynamic. And so she was featured on the front page of Forbes. And a video can help get you featured in so many different places that you may have never even thought about. She got in that meeting. She didn't have to do a lot of talking. She let the video speak for her, and so can you. Creating a video helps you really create a strategy on how you can move your video in the market, whether you know it or not. And what we typically see is that when people do videos, they're allowing people to envision them doing business with them, if you get it, right? So when you see the video, you can see yourself, hey, my business is like that. I can do business just as well as the other person is doing business. So when people see your video, they see Not only that they can do business like you, but with you. So we're going to share another video with you. Many of you have seen the Black Business Network videos, where we are compelling people just like you and I all around the world, including our students, to share and give to the Black Business Olympics. This includes so many of our students, which is cross-generational. This includes many people who are seasoned in marketing, our family members, our friends, people that already typically are doing business with us and that support us. These videos show connectivity, cohesion, and show that there's power in numbers. And so it's without question that you can do the same. The power of video is miraculous. And people pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to have videos done. Why? Because they know the value. So let's look at our next upcoming video.
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you've come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professionals can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
All right, fantastic. That's a service video. If you don't have a service video that's telling people about your products, your services, why they should connect with you, what the value is of connecting with you, then I welcome you. Connect with the Lotus Roché Ignites team. Go to www.lotusroché Coaching and Consulting LLC and contact us, because it's time for you to get the next amazing video that's going to carry you, not just here in the United States, but worldwide. Because the more people that you can get in front of that can learn about your products and services, the better you will be to expand your reach and raise your revenue. So I've had such a wonderful time here thus far, but we want to share another amazing video with you that's going to help you see the need, the quality, and the ability of what you can do right here on the Black Business Network. And I'm sharing this as a part of helping you to understand the powerful way that you can show up, your business can show up right here on the Black Business Network. If you have a commercial, the Black Business Network will play your commercials right here on the Black Business Network. Maybe a month or two ago, I was honored to be one of the moderators for the Black Business Olympics. And in a short segment, I was in front of 10 million people. 10 million people. So what would that be for you if you could have your video playing in front of 10 million people for a 7-day stretch? How much value would that bring your corporation? How much value would it bring you in your individual life? How much value would it bring people who are looking for your products and services, but they don't know about you because you have not shared your story through video? So as we prepare to close, I want to share this final video with you, and then we'll come back and give you 3 key points of this video and welcome you to connect. I turn it over to our engineer for our final video.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you there.
Wow. That video, we had a pleasure making that video as well. And as you can see, all the videos we've shared with you today has been a creation from the Lotus Richey coaching and consulting team. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful time sharing with entrepreneurs just like you all over the world how they can really create a message that's impactful and empowering and that can reach the masses, just like all of the videos you've seen, just like the one that we just saw here from the Black Business Olympics, welcoming you to contribute, welcoming our students to be enlightened, welcoming business owners from all over the world to jump on in at the Black Business Network. Hey there, Jay, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, especially after all that good word that you shared. Woo! Yes. I love it.
Had a great time. Great time sharing. So, Jay, you've done a fantastic job, and I welcome each and every one of you to connect with me. You can connect with me at lotus@lotusricheignites.com. And don't forget, go to www.lotusricheignites. Go to my website, or you can call me, as the video shared earlier. You can call me at 1-855-544-4574. Thanks, Jay. You've been amazing. And of course, to Dr. Eric Kelly III. You are the remarkable Eric Kelly III. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And remember, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college and K-12 entrepreneurs. The expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or you can use the Cash App that's on the bottom of the screen. That is $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund today. We want to thank all of our Black Business USA sponsors for March 2023. We have NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith, LLC. Genius is Common, the Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business USA. And remember, genius is common, and I'll see you on the other side.
How is your mother and daughter relationship? Are you one of the millions of mothers and daughters experiencing difficulties in your relationship and don't know how to put it back together again?
We have good news for you.
The Mother and Daughter Television Network app has finally arrived, and it's designed with you in mind. This amazing app, created by Dr. Bessie Fletcher, a Christian clinical psychologist, has worked with mothers and daughters around the world for more than 25 years, helping mothers and daughters reach the pinnacle of success in restoring their relationships, and so can you. Start creating your mother and daughter relationship today.
Go to your app store and download the app now.
I am a child of the Most High God. He has gifted me in ways that I could not even imagine and didn't know.
There was a time when I didn't know who I was. I listened to other people tell me who I should be, what I should do. I listened to people telling me that I should be a boutique owner, that I should be a construction manager, that I should be a laborer. Have you ever felt like you should do something else, be something else, go somewhere else, be wherever you wanted to be, and you felt like you were in a box? Anybody in the room? And you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? And you kept trying to go and you couldn't get out. Anybody in the room? But let me tell you, you need to rock the box. Rock the box.
I am engaging, inspiring, and empowering. I would give you everything I know. Just by touching you, if I could, by osmosis, give you every single thing I've learned, I've gone through, I know I would. We know that's not possible, but as it is possible, I love to share information with people.
Some of you out there, people have told you that you can't be, you can't have, you can't do. But I will tell you, like Kingston said, you can, you must, and you will. If it's to be, it's going to be me. You got to say it. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be. If it's to be, it's going to be.
Barbara is because she believed what her mama said about her and not what other people told her.
Every day you wake up, when you're in a situation, it's your choice whether it's an advantage or the disadvantage.
She gained her confidence and her life, and now she is a testimony.
If I can help you elevate yourself, then I feel like I'm elevating my own self as well. What you know and I know together can change the world.
La connexion BU, BU, BU. La connexion BU, BU, BU.
In a world obsessed with the cult of celebrity, I challenge you not to aspire to anyone else's greatness, but instead strive to reveal and ignite the greatness within you.
Are you serious?
I totally think that that's it.
Hey. No! Hey! To me, sexy is a man that knows who he is and what he wants. He's comfortable. You look at him, you see him, he's just comfortable being himself. And you're like,
Baby, be you.
be you, baby.
Just be you. I like it. Introducing the BU collection, exclusively available at K&G Fashion Superstore.
How you doing? I'm Rodney Allen Rippey. Yeah, the child actor. Well, now, leading man. Some of you might remember back in the day, the Harlem Globetrotters popcorn machine. Remember that? Well, it was a Saturday morning special that would come on, and I was there with Geese and Tex and Meadowlark Lemon. Remember the show? Well, I had a great time. And I have to say a huge, huge thank you to all my fans out there. Thank you for all the years of support. I went on from the entertainment industry. I started getting into producing and directing. And now, hey, here I am. I'm a studio executive here in Burbank, California at 2526 Studios. I have to say, it's been pretty good, but the best is yet to come. Please stay encouraged. Keep reaching for your dreams and never forget that genius is common. Remember that. Genius is common. No matter what anyone says to you, no matter how tough the road may get, keep striving. Keep reaching for your dreams. And always know that you are worth it. Everything that you put into yourself, everything good that you pour into your life, you are worth it. And when the times get tough, when things don't go exactly right, it's okay. Dust your shoulders off. Stand up strong. And remember, genius is common.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses?
I'd like you to imagine with me, if you will, opening an app where you can collaborate with like-minded individuals from around the world, get inspiration and in-app tools to launch and grow your business, as well as share your knowledge and earn compensation, all in one app. Well, the name of that app is Truso, short for Truly Social. Hi, I'm Matthew Newman, the founder and CEO of Truso. A new concept in social media, Truso is designed from the ground up to be a platform that's both social and empowering for all its users. How exactly do we do that? I'm glad you asked. First, Truso brings the world together via video. Psychologists assert that video provides a significantly more effective connection than audio only. When you enter a community on Truso, you're face to face. Second, on Truso, you don't have to have 1 million followers to monetize. Our business model allows all hosts and moderators to monetize, no matter the size of your following, by 1, producing fee-based content, and 2, inviting others to join the platform as subscribers. Even more, Truso has an in-app resource library with over 100 free resources, forms, and documents to help you build your brand and grow your business. Third, Truso is inclusive. The deaf and hard of hearing communities may
I am Black business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black business. I am Black business. Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black business.
Hey now, good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. I am J. Allen Lilly, your business moderator for this afternoon session of the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. For this next afternoon session, we have our speaker, LaVon Reedy Thomas. Ms. LaVon is a lifelong communicator and leader. She has been a writer and speaker since childhood. Her love for sharing messages that inform, inspire, and influence developed into a career that has taken her from the newsroom to international organizations. From the community newsroom, news to strategic planning, she can address issues from neighborhoods to Capitol Hill, including environmental justice, health care for the poor and children with disabilities, cultural competency in the classroom, domestic violence, voter rights, and other areas of policy and political outreach. I present to you LaVon Reedy Thomas.
Thanks so much, Mr. Lilly, and acknowledgments to Dr. Kelly for having me. And hello to the Black Business Network audience. I'm excited to be here today. And I've been challenged with the topic of diversity, equity, and inclusion. And as we think about diversity, equity, and inclusion, we usually think about it in the sense of people of color, people with gender identity, classifications, ethnicities, faith beliefs, coming into a space that is typically majority white. And so I was thinking about, well, how does DEI apply to the Black business audience? And I decided that I would step outside of the traditional policy conversation and tap into my creative, solution-oriented thinking. And just to lay the groundwork, diversity does focus on race, color, creed, gender, class, age, etc. Basic. Equity is about fairness, making sure that everyone has the opportunity to be engaged in a certain workspace. Inclusion is that sense of belonging. So it's not enough for us to get into the organization, to get that position, to sit at the boardroom table. We have to be able to contribute and to advance the mission, the cause of the organization, to feel like we're part of its success, not just a placeholder. And so today I want to challenge you all to think about DEI outside of the box, to step into a creative space of thinking. Think of DEI as a more expansive concept that's beyond the measurable, the tangible. I know a lot of business people are data driven and what do the facts tell me? And I want you to think about it from the space of what can we all gain from having the values that are incorporated called DEI. So during the pandemic, we were all locked into our homes and bored and plugged into our devices and learning how to work from home. Those who weren't used to working from home, educating our children from the kitchen table. What used to be maybe the homework space had now become the shared space of classroom and work responsibilities. And we all met somebody, or maybe we're reintroduced to someone, a DJ named D Nice. And D Nice was also isolated alone in his apartment in California. And he was used to being out with the people and spinning at different events and private venues. And he'd even been to the White House to spin music for President Obama. And he said, as he was sitting there feeling kind of lonely and down, he decided to grab a few of his friends and do some online DJing. And from there, his friends decided, well, can we invite some other people? And night after night, that began to grow. And music, we know, is a universal language. So it is DEI in a creative sense. It's diverse. It's fair because, I mean, especially today, you don't even need to go into a studio to create your own music. You can sit at your computer and create your music and stream it online and create your own revenue. So it's that. And it's also inclusive. There are all types of music for people to appreciate. And D Nice brought all of that to his what came to be known as Club Quarantine. And so from his space of isolation and loneliness, he grew from that set of friends to hundreds of thousands of listeners. And we would sit in the room and tag each other and talk to each other and, hey, I see you. And that space became quite inclusive. It was an audience of people from around the world, people that we would never meet walking into our local neighborhood bar. And so with the array of music genres he played, he broke down the walls of clubs and private venues. And from this, we have another example that we know that no two people are the same, and neither any two DJs. So behind the scenes, there was some scuttlebutt with other DJs who wanted to go online and create their own vibe and have their own club, online club. And it got a little bit tense there because people were in competitive time spaces. And so behind the scenes, they decided to talk to one another and figure out how everybody could have a space in which they could spin their music. And before you knew it, they were tagging other DJs and, go over to this room and listen to this DJ play. And so it became a more cooperative space of opportunity. And isn't that what DEI is? It's really about providing opportunity to everyone. And I think that if we stay in that frame of thought, that opportunity is for everyone, it doesn't matter what the other adjectives are. It's just about fair opportunity for all and providing a space for everyone to contribute to the mission and vision of the organization. So as they began to all collaborate, Club Quarantine became a trademarked entity. Gear started being produced. The other DJs were branding their playtimes, and they just created a place of mutual respect. And even recently, I heard D Nice on an interview, and he said, everybody, I was used to going to everyone else's parties or people inviting me to work. And now as he travels the country with Club Quarantine, he says, it's like all these people are coming to my party. And so he kind of shifted his place, and he also increased his bank account. Because why? Because he found value in the fact that his service was appreciated by everyone. It was his gift, his love for music that he was enjoying sharing with everyone. And he would play different sets. So he would have a reggae set. He would have an old school R&B set. He would have a hip hop set. And so by validating each other's gifts and by him celebrating the various genres of music, so many people were inspired. And whether they were inspired by D Nice or they were inspired by their own sense of needing to have an outlet because they weren't able to work in their typical space, we saw comedians sitting in cars telling jokes because maybe they were a little too colorful for their families to hear. We saw dancers showing choreographed sets from their family rooms. We saw chefs cooking from their kitchens. I've seen many people create food lines now, and we all know about Tabitha Brown. And I think that I want to stop right here for a moment. And Tabitha Brown has talked about how over the years she was trying to conform to what she thought Hollywood wanted so that she would have an opportunity. But when she settled into who she was, naturally, her own innate personality and gifts and talents began to surface. And through even the internet during quarantine, she was also able to build a platform of success. And she fits into anywhere that will open a door for her. And that's what DEI is about. It's about opening the door to be able to have diversity, not just of what I look like, what I believe in, what gender I am, but what talent do I bring to the table? And so many times we get stuck in organizations and businesses because people don't think the way we want them to think because of our limitations. And so just like we don't know all cultures and we don't understand all gender struggles and we don't understand all beliefs, faith beliefs, we don't understand the way everyone's mind works. But what we can do is figure out how does what this person bring to the table influence our success. And so just like we saw all the skills and talents of D Nice and others, your business can grow from that space too. That space of what do we need to do and how do we go forward? And so what are some of the barriers that we have in our businesses? Going to kind of move back into that traditional space of workplace thought. What hinders us from embracing new ideas or ideas from people who don't look like us, who are younger than us, who don't believe as we do? Some of the things I've heard over time is we don't do it like that. Or, well, when so-and-so had that position, they did it like this, or we did it like that. And then there's the challenge of technology. I've worked overtime from home, so I'm used to setting up my laptop and getting work done. I've worked in flexible workspaces where I went into the office a couple of days a week and I worked from home a couple of days of the week. I've had jobs where I worked Sunday through Saturday from sun up to sundown. And so in my previous position, when I first went in local government, there was an adjustment because some of the administrative supervisors were accustomed to only working within the construct of 8:30 to 4:30, 9 to 5. You sit at your desk, you come in and you do your work. And there were several of us who had come from the private sector who were accustomed to having flex time and flex days and doing vacation when we were ready to do vacation. And this one particular supervisor was just against it. We don't do this, and you can't just decide that you're going to come in at a certain time and leave at a certain time. And so we said, well, why don't we try a pilot where we'll do flex days or we'll do flex hours and see how that works? And they were against it. Well, fast forward to from 2010 to 2020, and everybody was scrambling to figure out how do we work from home? How do we provide government services to these taxpayers? How do we respond to the crises that's happening on top of the everyday crises that we face? How do we do that? So they missed a 10-year window of being able to grow a flexible work pool. The diversity of thought, of ideas, of solutions is just as important as having diverse people in place. With diversity of people, you're going to get that other diversity. But again, when you're working in a space of Blackness, Black business, Black leadership, sometimes I think who we are, what we look like gets in the way of how we're responding to or receiving the thoughts of others. So that technology piece gets in the way of a lot of people's advancement. I mean, I'll be quite honest with you. The last time I was supposed to do this presentation, my laptop was jacked up, for lack of a better expression, and it needed to be updated. And so I was flustered. I was frustrated because being at home and not being in a structured workplace, that meant I had to find someone to look at my computer. And so thankfully, we got all of that done. Everything was updated, but I got very overwhelmed. And so the reality is that sometimes in workspaces, people get flustered by not just change, but how change happens. So we have to be open to diversifying the means by which we execute our work. We have to get new software. We have to be open to new processes and procedures. We have to be open to new ideas. So I think you kind of probably get what I'm saying. And so what's required for DEI to succeed in your business or your workplace? And also, let me say that these techniques or these thoughts are not just applicable to the person at the top of the food chain or the owner of the business, but also those people who get in the door and do the work. You know, you have to continue to diversify your talents. You have to continue to be open to your colleagues' ideas, and you can't get stuck and set in, well, I'm here now, and so this is all I want to do, and I don't need to do anything else, and limit yourself, which then limits the growth of your organization. So flexibility is one of those words that comes up to me when you talk about putting in place DEI, especially from a creative, thought provoking place. Solutions, you have to be flexible. You have to be willing to try those ideas that are not traditional, that don't have policy already in place. Sometimes you have to create new policies. It's called precedent. And so why not try something that someone may suggest? You don't have to broadcast it. You don't have to put out a press release. You don't have to put it on social media. You just have to execute some things internally so that you'll be able to figure out, is this working? Do we need to tweak it? When are we ready to move forward with it? Creativity, that's what I used as the foundation of this, was D Nice. I mean, he thought he was going to be done DJing. He said before the pandemic, he had decided, I'm going to give this up. I'm going to try some other things. I moved out here to Hollywood. Let me see what I can do. And the thing that he loved, which was music, has become this probably multi-million-dollar business one day, if it's not already, where, like I said, he has gear. He just did I live in Maryland. He just was the guest DJ for our first Black governor's inaugural gala. So I got to see him live. I was check the bucket list, right? His show he did about an hour, 15-minute set, and he was great. And he stayed true to his format, but he made it work for the audience that was there. So creativity, thinking outside the box, you hear that all the time, but you don't hear it usually in the context of DEI. Introspection, evaluation. It's not enough to just say, well, we did that. We brought those people into this room. We brought those people into this organization. Is it working? Are they working? What have they contributed? How has expanding my employee base to include these people who are different from anyone I've ever worked with, or who they're younger or they're older? What is it that they have brought to us that we can say, check, that made us more successful in this area, or we recognize that we have some deficiencies in that area. Maybe it's an older person that you hire and you didn't realize that there's some things that you're doing that as a company in your services that are not friendly to those who are aging. And that person that you hired may not be in their job description to deal with that aspect of your business, but as a consumer, they might say, have you considered? And so again, it's being flexible, thinking outside the box. What do your employees bring to the table that are not written in the job description? It's not about other duties as assigned. It's about what thoughts can they bring to the table and what experiences do they bring to the table. We are faced with bringing in the technology generation, these young adults who have only known holding up devices. We see babies in strollers with tablets. And I know a little girl, she's 5 years old. She just recently changed her grandfather's name in her grandmother's phone. And there are adults who can't even keep their contacts straight, let alone update them. And so as we merge this technology generation with the people who are already here, who have the benefit of knowing life before technology, or how they learn to include technology into their day-to-day, but it's not the only thing they've known. How does your workspace compete with that? How does your workspace adapt to that? And so, a lot of people don't like to do social media. And in today's market, if you don't have an Instagram handle, a TikTok account, a Facebook account, a YouTube channel, if you don't have all those things, then you may as well just roll over and not try to do your business. Maybe not so far with that, but you do have to figure out how to begin to incorporate some of these things into your day-to-day business. Diversifying ideas, being equitable, giving balance to the way you do your business, the way you communicate. It's harder to get press to cover you now. So the whole way of contacting reporters when you have a press release or you have a story that you want to do is different now. So there's some things that you're going to have to do to get your work out in front of people. And then there's inclusion. Why are you snubbing your nose at new technology? It's not going to benefit you or your company or your employees in the long run. Education. Stay on top of what's trending in your space of work. What business services you offer. Are you staying on top of the new information? It's not anymore about how many degrees you have. People get certifications now. People do online training, online education. So what are your standards? And are your standards too rigid for today's market? And what do you accept as qualified? Honesty. Being able to say, as a business owner, as a leader in an organization, I don't really understand this. Help me to apply what you've brought to me to what the end goal is. Because think about it. If you have a younger professional who may not have the experience of identifying long-term goals and outputs, but they know how to do the work, they know how to get the messaging, and they're telling you to use this technique, then maybe you have an opportunity to teach them about long-term outcomes, goals, and then you bring the two together. But everybody has to be open and willing, which is my next thing. Open-minded and a willingness to learn, to absorb, to challenge one another, to try new things. And then appreciation. Can you appreciate the new ideas, the new people, the differences of perspective, the different techniques? Just appreciate. A lot of people talk about gratitude in their personal space, but appreciation in the workspace can lead to great success and productivity. People like getting awards. Those are great. That's fine. But just saying thank you to your staff, just acknowledging when your goals are met. You don't have to wait till the quarterly report to say, oh, great job, great job. Just send that email, just send that text, just send that voice message to say, I appreciate how you turned that around, or I appreciate how you suggested this and that helped us to do that. Appreciation goes a long way. And then what are the benefits of DEI? Benefits, you get to see your ideas, your vision, your dreams come to life. And while you had the idea and maybe you couldn't do it on your own, whether you started your own business and you were able to grow your business, or whether you went into a company and you had responsibilities laid before you and you were able to execute them because you had a team that you worked with, or you had a staff that you worked with, just seeing the ideas come to life are invaluable. They're immeasurable. But at the end of it all, DEI is about people, right? It's not about numbers. It's not about revenue. It's not about profits. It's not about any of those things that go back to a bottom line. For people who work in a social service space, it's always about how many lives did I impact? And so as we think about business, we typically think about business from a financial space. And so let's put the human face on that and say, how did my product, my service change the lives of other people? How did this company impact the lives of its employees, of the vendors, of the people who created the product? Like, sometimes you just have to sit and think about the reach of what you're doing. I'm sure when D Nice was sitting in his living room or standing in his living room playing music, he didn't think about the fact that he was impacting the lives of so many people. You see images of little children with little fake DJ setups, and they're wearing the brim like he wore, and they're got a microphone and they're pretending to be a DJ. Like, he never could have anticipated that. When he thought about creating his own t-shirt after he branded CQ, he didn't think about the vendors that he would be supporting who would be making his products. He didn't think about the people who would be able to buy tickets to come to his shows to help rejuvenate local economies. He was just in Harlem last weekend, and he did a whole promotion on Black businesses in Harlem, because the people coming to the Apollo Theater, of course, historical Black landmark theater, they didn't know where to go to eat and to shop. And we all know that Harlem has been so diversified in its offerings that he wanted to take the time and the opportunity that his platform gave him, and he produced a whole resource list of as many Black-owned businesses as he could, so that people were coming to the city could support them. And that piece alone has legs. It's not just for the weekend that D Nice was there. They can use that anytime. And so DEI is just, like I said, it is intangible. It is something that it's immeasurable. Income, opportunities, resources, services that come from an acceptance of diverse thought and giving everyone a sense of opportunity or sense of belonging, and that means fairness. So it's a win-win for everyone, as I said before. So in closing, ask yourself, as an employer or an employee, an entrepreneur, how do I empower myself to use my skills? When I was in a secretarial role years ago, I was a journalist. I'd been a journalist. I got laid off. And I knew that I needed to keep writing. So I didn't keep myself stuck in a box of typing memos and taking notes at a meeting. I went to the communications director and I said, hey, can I write some pieces for the newsletter? And she said, sure. And so I started doing things like that. I self-taught myself how to use Word because I came from school using Mac. And so I had to learn the whole word processing and all of that. And so I taught myself. I used that little help button on the computer to teach myself. I read materials. And so sometimes you can't wait for other people to bring you along. You have to find ways to move yourself along. The second question I pose to you is, how do I add to the vision or the mission in this place? Sometimes you're not invited to the closed door meetings where strategy takes place. Maybe you're not on the totem pole yet of being that person, that go-to person, the person that they think has the answers. So you have to begin to know who you're working with and what their strengths are. And maybe you become their go-to person and they will take your conversation, your ideas into that space. But you can't have ownership. You can't sit waiting for somebody to say, oh, well, so-and-so told me that you said to them, we should do this, so we did it, so now I'm going to thank you. You can't, it doesn't work like that. You just have to be committed to the advancement of your organization and just note it for yourself as a personal achievement. And you can take that once you see it executed and you can put it on your resume and say, I did this. And no one knows the difference. It was your idea, it was implemented, and it was successful. And then the last question is, how can we create a space that embraces everyone's skills, talents, and ideas? The one thing I thought about is, a lot of companies, now that everyone's working online, you don't get to have the gatherings that maybe, employee appreciation is not so easy anymore. But I would say that the thing that I've always found most valuable is just the opportunity to brainstorm. And not brainstorm at a staff meeting, not brainstorm at the annual retreat, but just bringing together people, your employees. If you work alone, you have your own business, maybe you can create a cohort of others who have similar goals and visions and missions of the work that they do. I saw someone post, I work alone and I really want to be able to engage with people. Maybe we can have a coffee meeting once a week and brainstorm and collaborate, commiserate on what we're working on or what challenges we're facing in this new workspace, this new post-pandemic experience. And so when you do that, if you do it in a space and at a time where there's no other agenda, I think you give people the opportunity to speak freely, to think openly. Nothing is wrong, nothing is right. It's just throwing ideas against the wall, just critiquing whatever comes to their mind. And you will probably find that the person you talk to the least has the most to offer you in observation, but they have to feel like it's okay to speak freely. We all grown. Hopefully everybody in a workspace is an adult and responsible, but let them participate. And I mean, everybody. It doesn't matter if the person is the receptionist who answers the phone. That's the person who's going to tell you that your sales reps are not being customer friendly. That receptionist is powerful and influential and should be included in your conversations. And the overall benefit is that DEI is more than just a policy. It's more than a practice. But the most important thing about DEI is that it leads to success. and it's success for everyone. And so that's my take on diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I'm grateful for this opportunity, once again, to be part of the Black Business Network. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, that was great. That was phenomenal. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely looking to incorporate some DEI in my organization moving forward.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Yes, absolutely. With that being said, genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side. The Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college and K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that's on the screen below and say $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register online at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com. Every dollar counts. So we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund today. We want to thank our Black Business Expo USA sponsors for March 2023. We have NC100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richer Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith, LLC, the Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and Black Business Expo USA. Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
How many times have you been asked to help someone you didn't even know? A student, a business entrepreneur? Or did you ever even ask, where did they end up? That business, that friend, that entrepreneur. Well, just maybe they ended up in a gang, bankrupt, homeless, or worse, dead. Maybe they turned to crime, drugs, and alcohol. Did you ever wonder? Did you destroy their dream, or was your life always so easy? At the Black Business Olympics, we started a movement to help students complete. Give them hope and foster success. Help them to leave their dreams of providing laptops, computers, and up to $5,000 in scholarship funds. Today, we ask you to help a student, a business owner, or an entrepreneur to realize their dream by sponsoring them, supporting them, and buying from them. Consider this. With $1.6 trillion in our Black community, we only ask for a small donation for our students, our businesses, and our entrepreneurs. And you can change a life today. So I ask you, what are you going to do? Sit on the sideline and watch our students in high school be losers, miss out on their dream from lack of resources? Or are you going to donate to the movement and change their future and yours as well? Give us a call today at 919-308-9090. Change their life by investing with action to the Black Business Olympic Fund. The Black Business Olympics, one of the largest business showcases of Black business in the history of the world.
Design is human. It's about people. It's about life. We've designed everything around us since the beginning of time. The things that we see, the things that we hear, experience, and feel. And in this evolving digital frontier that we are calling the metaverse, there are opportunities to do things that we never thought were even possible. But with innovation comes responsibility, and there will be many challenges that we must face and overcome together. I've often wondered, how do we create balance between humanity, technology, and the environment in a world that is already constructed? It's as though we are designing against the grain. This is something that many of us are trying to figure out at this technological tipping point. I personally have spent countless hours of my life, especially in the last few years, really thinking about this, thinking about how to create amazing, innovative, and artistic, immersive experiences using technology, but while still doing our part in this world to protect our people and to protect the environment. And what I've realized is that collective thinking around design is holding us back. It's become mechanical, a series of conflicting checklists and linear conventions, components of production cycles. We don't always think about design as coming from within, as inherent to our species, the human. So today I will discuss 5 immersive design considerations for the metaverse outside of these technical checklists and processes. These are considerations that are a little more qualitative, sometimes a little harder to wrap our minds around and transfer that knowledge into meaningful action. These are the things that impact our decision making and the world we live in, whether we realize it or not. And when we make this connection more mainstream, I truly believe that we can evolve the world by pioneering what artistic but responsible, immersive design looks and feels like, and what the metaverse should evolve to become and to include. My name is Natasha Rapsat, and I am an experienced designer, strategist, multi-dimensional being, an explorer traveling to see the bones of the world and to learn for the future of humanity. I have medium brown skin and dark hair that is pulled back. I'm wearing a black shirt, red lipstick. Before we get into the considerations, let's discuss immersive design for common understanding. Feel free to leave comments or questions. I will do my best to answer. Thank you for joining me today.
So what we have to do is when we get in the spot, we need to create some spots for us. That's the main thing. We need to be able to be in a position where we're able to create those spots for us. For me, being an entrepreneur, I'm not just going to get a business and then leave you sitting high and dry. If you ask me some questions about entrepreneurship, I'm going to give you as much as I received. I've seen people who made it, and then when you ask them, it's like, okay, now you have to pay me for the information, the same information I got for free. We probably in totally different cities. There's no way that we're going to bump heads or anything. We're not competing. Bring me up with you. And so I just think that whatever education that I have, then I need to be able to give that to my own as well. So create the spots. You can create the spots when you get there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. Sign up today at www.blackbusiness.com. Black Business Expo USA.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep. Yes, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Tell me, are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world. The world! Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090. I am Black Business.
I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090. I am Black Business. I am Black Business. From the moment I wake until the time I sleep, I am Black Business. I am Black Business. Are you Black Business? I am Black Business. Do you support Black businesses? I support Black business because I am Black Business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black America in North Carolina. Sign up today at www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-380-9090.
Join Dr. Eric Kelly III and a host of phenomenal speakers from all around the globe for this 7-day virtual event that you don't want to miss.
The mission of the Black Business Expo is to raise scholarship money from kids all the way from high school all the way from college. The Black Business Olympics is one of the largest Black business showcases in the world. It is an opportunity for businesses and companies to showcase their businesses globally. We are going to be giving away laptops up to $5,000 away to students. Again, I'm Olivia Appleberry, the founder of 2 Cents Finance and one of the speakers for the expo. I am so excited to see you there. For more info, go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com or call 919-308-9090 and hope to see you there.
Tell me, are you Black business? I am Black business. Do you support Black businesses? Listen, I support Black business because I am Black business. Black Business Expo, one of the largest business showcases in the history of Black business in the world.
Good afternoon, business owners, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and corporations. Welcome to the Black Business Network. I am J. Allen Lilly, your business moderator for this afternoon on the Black Business Network. The Black Business Network is a 24-hour business network showcasing Black businesses, business owners, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders worldwide. We have speakers from North Carolina, London, Singapore, Africa, Japan, and cities all over the United States. The Black Business Network is a global community sharing its business knowledge to empower, inspire, and educate businesses about business. For this next session, we're having a fireside chat with Margie McLean, and she will be hosting with Dr. Janet Palmer, Dr. Janet Palmer of Dr. Janet Palmer International. Janet is a coach whose clients live their creative purpose. As a result of working with her, they each learn how to serve others and become extraordinary leaders. Her clients overcome the war of their flesh and of their spirit. They cherish the joy of discipline, which yields a life filled with tremendous growth and success. They will be equipped with the tools that will enable them to do the right thing, even when it initially felt impossible to do so. Janet holds a doctorate in psychology and is both board and ICF certified to coach. She has worked extensively with Fortune 500 employees, small business leaders, and emerging independent leaders. Dr. Palmer International also specializes in working with special needs family members. Want a less stressed life? Want your long desired dreams to become a reality? And you can enjoy a life where you are living with the highest fulfillment and confidence ever? Then look no further than Dr. Janet Palmer as the coach you need. I present to you Dr. Janet Palmer.
Hi, how are you?
Blessings, blessings.
Thank
Good
you.
afternoon, good evening.
Yeah, hey, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing the phenomenal conversation and the wisdom, words of wisdom that you all have to share. So with that being said, genius is common, and I see you all on the other side.
Well, good afternoon, Miss Dr. Palmer. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well. I'm very honored to be here today. Thank you to yourself and to Dr. Kelly. I deeply appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here and be able to get a chance to talk with you. Before we get started, I just want you to give me just a little synopsis of what it is that you do.
I'm a coach who helps to navigate people 50 plus. It seems that I have a little bit more women in my practice these days than I do men. But those who are 50 plus who have just come to the point where they have lost themselves, they've lost their sense of purpose, and they're feeling less than. I like to believe that 50 is the new adolescence, where you can sort of look in one direction and see the 25-year-old and still feel that I still think like them. I still think that I have it like them, but yet you are watching them moving and shaking and being the go-to person, particularly in your workspace. And yet you're sitting in this space where if you look in the other direction, you're looking at your parents and you're seeing that you seem to have more in common with them than you ever thought. And so you're sitting here possibly an empty nester or embarking on becoming an empty nester, and you really don't know who you are. You've got accustomed to being labeled as mom or a sister or a brother, but you really haven't come to a sense of who am I and who am I now? What is my purpose now? So I help people sort of determine what their purpose is now.
So we're talking about purpose, and it's very important that you said that. I just recently spoken to a friend of mine who we're around the same age. We're not quite the 50 yet. And she is currently in a separation. And that was one of the things she was, discussing, that she has been mom, she has been wife, she has been, working, and she just put everything into family. But now, with the family being split, one of those things that can, cause some type of trauma within. And now it's like, what do I do? I don't know where to go from here, because I've always been mom, I've always been wife. Now it's just gonna be me, and where do I go? And so if she was to come to you, what is one of the things that you would tell her?
She is in the prime place where she can now take an exhale. And what I would recommend for her to do is to get paper and pencil and sit in a place that serves her. Be it in nature, be it in, a cozy chair in the corner of her house, but to really sit and just begin to take breaths, inhale and exhale, and scan her body from head to toe and come up with what part of her body wants to speak first. And if it were speaking, what would it say? And so being able to be connected with yourself, jot down things that you used to like, jot down things that people say about you, and begin to sort of Write those down just freely without judgment. And then look at your goals and your values and see how each of those things on your list connect, intersect, and repel. And so that would be a wonderful place of beginning.
I think it's very important for us also to have quiet. One of the things that you said was just removing herself from everything. And sometimes we need quietness. And so we would be able to hear ourselves and listen, like you said, to nature and, listen to our thoughts. And it's very important for us to get to know us again when we go through that type of trauma. So because we get lost in other people. We get lost in our job. If we lose our job, now we don't know what to do. You have, those who are, in the 50 plus, sometimes they stay on a job forever, and then all of a sudden they may want to switch or change, or maybe the job closed and they just don't know anything else to do. And so a lot of times, like you said, it's just good to just have that quietness to write down things. Now, one of the things I do with my business, I also have a life coaching business called Chemistry Growth Mindset. And one of the things I have my clients to do is a personal SWOT analysis of themselves. A lot of times we do it of business. However, we do not take time to find out what our strengths are, what is our weakness. A lot of times we don't want to talk about our weakness. And with that, what are the opportunities and what are the threats? And sometimes we can become a threat to ourselves, and we sabotage a lot of the things that we can do just because of our thoughts. And, a lot of times we just need to change our mindset so we can change our outcome. And it's kind of hard for us to look inside sometimes and see what our weaknesses, what we're not strong at. One of the things I will say, I've read part of your book and I was looking at your website. And one of the things you said was to identify what you really want from life and to create your path to success and happiness. So again, just like you said, just write down those things that you need and those things that are true to you, those things that you love, those things that you want to be, and just pretty much just write down a pathway for you to get that success.
Thank you for mentioning my book. My book is entitled Human GPS, God's Perfect Script, The Fulfillment of My Why.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sort of created based on the global positioning system.
Mm-hmm.
And since there's nothing new under the sun, I sat and I said, well, if there is a global positioning system, maybe there is a God's perfect script for humanity.
Mm-hmm.
And so therein, just as in the global positioning system, you have to lock in. It locks in where you are, where you currently are right now. And then you put in a destination. And once you have those two bookends, it will navigate you through. And irrespective of the obstacles and detours and traffic jams that you may encounter along your way, as long as you keep those two components open, it will navigate you there. And so, as you beautifully talked about, we have to take inventory of where we are. What are we liking? What are we not liking? What are we good at? What are we poor at? And if we're not able to do that for ourselves, then engage the support of a mental health provider, a coach, someone that will hear where you are now, challenge your becoming, and hold a safe space for you to look at yourself and be revealed to yourself.
Well, when you talk about God's perfect script, is the script always written the way we want it to be written?
Not at all, because we evolve every day. And so, because we are an ever-changing entity, our sense of purpose has to evolve and change with us as we go along. Now, there are certain things that remain constant. For instance, personally, for me, when I was very young, I clocked into a family where my parents were tremendously progressive. And I had a brother who was mentally retarded, developmentally disabled now. And my parents would set the bar for him and he would exceed it. And they would create an environment that was really rich and he would benefit from it and exceed it. And so I always wanted to understand how John thought and why, if he looked like me, walked like me, and everything, what made him different. And so I remember, because my dad was a Christian, he would go to a pastor rather. He would go to different churches and preach. And one of the hymns that they would play, either sometime during, after, or in the beginning, was, if I can help somebody as I go along, then my living shall not be in vain. And that particular portion of that hymn became my creed.
Wow.
That was what I lived by. And so I initially, with that in mind, went into psychology. But it didn't hold true for me because I had grown up in an environment where I had learned that labels don't define us.
Right.
There are times when, if you are in a rich environment that allows you to evolve, you will surpass the limitations of that label. And so today, even though I am a coach and I do it from a different modality than psychology, it is still the purpose of helping someone as I go along. Then my living will not be in vain.
And you know, I think about purpose. I think about myself and the purpose that was given to me. A lot of times we run away from that purpose because it's not what we want to do. And we keep running and running, and we trying to do other things that is not what's supposed to be in our realm of things of doing. And we wonder why it's not working. It's because we're not in the place that we're supposed to be. And eventually you have to get in the place where you're supposed to be in order for it to work out. And, you know, I think about a lot of times when I think about the GPS. And when the GPS give us direction, sometimes we want to go, we say we can find a shorter cut to get there. And when we get in as we're driving the shorter cut, either we find out it may be something in the road, or it may be a crash somewhere, or it may end up being longer than what we really thought it was supposed to be. And you're wondering why you haven't got there in the time that you needed. Is because you did not go the route that you were supposed to go in the beginning. And so I had to learn that. I've been running from, you know, certain things. And I'm like, okay, God, you know, I'm thinking, how can I help someone when I'm going through this? Or I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. But with God's perfect script, this is what he wants me to do. So I had to eventually come back and say, okay, I'm just going to give it to you. I'm going to do what you tell me to do. And with that, doors just started to open. And a lot of times we just run from that. And one, it can be fear. I think a lot of times it's fear. A lot of times we block ourselves. Sometimes we just don't have the belief. We disempower ourselves through our own belief, what we can and what we cannot do. So a lot of times it's what we think about ourselves internally that cause us not to be in the space that we're supposed to be.
And, you know, thank you for that, because that is definitely the blueprint of my book. And the beauty of it all, though, is that sometimes the road less traveled gives some beautiful scenery. And although you have deviated from your perfect script, there are lessons that you have learned along the way that will enable you to walk in your truth as you are helping others along. And so, just as God promises, nothing gets lost.
Right.
There are examples throughout the Bible where he tells people to pick up the pieces. And it is from the pieces, like a mosaic. Those pieces are put together to formulate a beautiful picture. And so, because you have deviated, show mercy, show grace. Because when you put it in the Father's hands, you are able to create something beautiful, maybe not just for yourself, but for others as well.
And you get to discover so much when you take the road versus, you know, when I think about traveling, which I love to travel, you know, a lot of people talk to me about flying versus me driving. They say, you drive everywhere, you're always driving. And I tell them I love to drive. One, because I discover a new part of, you know, my state. And I see these beautiful places. Sometimes I drive back roads and I see, you know, beautiful houses, land I've never seen before. And then it's also a way for me to be by myself. I get to think think to myself. I get a chance to even come up with different business plans or different business opportunities that I can do just driving versus me taking a plane. I'm rushing, I'm getting there. And I look at that as how we try to get through life, rushing, doing things, and we miss a lot of things along the road that is beautiful and that can give us a different perspective of how to do either business, how to live life. And we just miss all of that. And so I love to drive and see the scenery, as you just said, and see the beauty of the scenery versus me taking a plane and trying to get there real quick. I miss all of that. I'm in a rush and hustle and bustle through the airport. And so I just take that as a personal, just a personal thing for me when I'm trying to focus on my purpose, when I am trying to find myself. Because a lot of times I know in the past, and we talked before about me rushing, doing this, and I never take time for me, the self-care, take time to find me. And then you just get lost into everything. As sometimes I say, lost in the sauce. And you never really truly find who you are.
You know, there is a beauty in all things, because there are, yes, opportunities to pull away and see scenery that you may never have seen, have encounters that you may never have seen. Yet taking the plane also has its richness, right? It is a matter of being free and being not locked into any set must and must nots. It's the ability to embrace the fact that this is a journey. And as such, there are many paths that we may be called upon to follow. And there is a richness in who we are as human beings. And we have to look at not just our whole experience, but the parts of our experiences in order to really fully do honor to what God has brought us here to do.
So if you were to talk to someone about being a life coach, or either the importance of having a life coach, what do you think is what would you tell them? If I say, I come to you and I say I need a life coach, what would you tell them why this is important for them and their process to finding their purpose?
It is essential for all of us to have a place where we can, one, look at ourselves and have the ability to be challenged, right? If you think of being in the gym, we don't accomplish anything unless we challenge ourselves. And once you get to a space of comfort and ease, in order for you to challenge your becoming, you need to raise up the repetitions, raise up the weight.
Right.
That's why in school, we don't stay in one classroom experience from 5 years old to 17.
Right.
We graduate and go higher and higher. So, in order for us to be able to have an understanding and a sense of clarity as to who we are and why we were clocked in at this moment in time, not 10 years earlier, not 10 years later, but now, it is essential to have a coach or a mental health provider. There are times when people are just not clear on what am I doing here? I am wasting time. I don't have any likes. I don't have anything that I feel impassioned about. I don't even think anybody would miss me if I'm gone.
Wow.
In those situations, you need to talk to someone. And that is why a coach or mental health provider is essential, because we're constantly having thoughts. We're constantly feeling that there is more to life. There are often times when you have lost, like you talked about your friend who is losing what she thought was going to be her forever life. In order to navigate the flood of emotions that come up, she would need somebody to talk to, somebody to guide her through that process. And so to be able to have someone that you can talk to that is not in the same experience as you,
Right.
they can give you a different perspective. They can give you a different way of looking at things. They can challenge you beyond your level of challenge.
And you have to be open to be challenged. You cannot improve without being challenged, because with a coach, they always will see what you're doing well and what you can improve as well. I think about a coach. When I used to play sports, they would push us and push us. You have some who would tell you you're doing well, and then some would tell you not doing enough. They may tell, and they may say that so they know to push you, because once you think you got it together, then now you start to slack and your skills start to slack. And so I look at some of the coaches and even some of the teachers I had who were, a little hard on me at the beginning, but then started to lighten up towards the end. But I understood, now that I moved to the next level, what they were trying to teach me. And I think that is one of the most important skills for a coach, is to be able to show when I need that improvement and when I am doing well, and to also give you the skills or teach you the skills to be able to improve what you're lacking at as well. So I think
I
that
think
is
the most effective coach is one that is able to sit down and listen both to the things that you're saying and the things that you're not saying, because they are equally as important. Very often, when people are in a space where externally they look okay, my question to them is, what happens when you're not okay? What does that feel like? Does it keep you asleep, keep you awake? Are you sleeping too much? Are you eating too much? Are you exercising too much? Are you running? Is any of those behaviors things that sound like you? Do you always have to put on a facade like everything's okay? I'm fine. I'm fine. I would say to them, what happens when you're not okay? What does it feel like when you get up in the morning and you have to juggle everything? Your mom, your sister, your coworker, your CEO, you are everything. When do you exhale?
Yes.
And take all of those hats off and just be you? Who are you without those pressures? So those are the kinds of things that having a coach will help you unpack. And a coach will be able to hold your heart, listen to your cry, but challenge you.
And that is what creates a safe environment and a supportive environment for your client. for that person that needs that, because it may be a person who never had that safe and supportive environment at all. And sometimes, like you said, they just want someone to listen. Not sometimes you don't even have to say anything as a coach, just listen to them. I remember one day in my classroom, I just decided to just let's throw away the curriculum for today. Let's not teach, because I was noticing a lot of my students were here and there. Their mind wasn't there. They were not paying attention. So I said, you know what, today, what we're going to do, we're just going to do circles today. And I just asked one question. I passed around the talking piece and just let them talk it out. And it was just good for them. I could tell it was just a release for them, just to let everything out. Once they let everything out, I allow their peers to maybe give like one or two statements of what they could or cannot do, what they could do to help. But for them, I could tell that it was a big release for them, because they have so much going on at home, inside and outside the classroom, that it's not important for me to teach science for today. It's just important for me just to listen to you and hear what it is and how can I help you to be better outside of the classroom. And so I think with our clients, that's a lot of things that what they need. They just have so much going on that sometimes they just want someone to listen. And when you're busy, you don't even have time to even talk, because you're just so tired sometimes. And so
Many
it's
of my
good to have that.
many of my clients, that's basically what we do, is we create a safe place. And oftentimes it starts with 10 seconds and then it moves up to 20 seconds, where they are allowed to just either sit in silence or embrace something positive about themselves, because nowhere else in their life history and no place else in their current history are they able to be at one with themselves. And so we create an environment of acceptance, self-love, and gratitude for themselves that they can carry outside of their experience with me as a safe space. And so that is a part of what coaching does. And how, as you asked before, how coaches can create an environment of safety, an environment where clients can learn to be grateful for themselves and not berate themselves, but build themselves up and create a mindset that works for them.
So when we're talking about our clients, let's say that we have our experience working with a client, and they have a different value of lifestyle than you. You know, how would you help this client, or have you had that experience where they possibly have a different value or lifestyle than you do?
Yeah, definitely. Coaching is about, and treating people is about meeting them where they are. And so there are certain givens with humanity. And everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be listened to. Everyone wants to be valued. And so to be able to create a space where they are felt, they are made to feel appreciated, made to feel valued. That's it. I have dealt with people who are not Christians as myself, and it's perfectly okay. Because when they come in and they take a seat, if I'm seeing them in person, I will say to them, have you ever known anyone to sit in a chair and it breaks? And they say yes. And I say, but you came in and just sat down. That is a man-made item. But based on your faith, you sat in that chair with a sense of certainty that it was going to hold you. And so faith then becomes something that is not doctrinal, not only something that is true to Christians and Christianity or those that are following a particular religious practice, but it is the human condition. We know that there have been planes that have crashed. Yet we get into a plane, the doors close, and we assume we're going to get from point A to point B.
It took me a long time to get on my first plane ride.
Oftentimes we haven't even seen the pilot. We don't know what's going on with that pilot, right? But in faith, we do certain things. And so being able to leverage that act then becomes the common ground that my clients and I can begin on. I look for ways to create, not ways to destroy. And so I create, again, a safe haven for my clients to be able to be revealed to themselves and to move from one level to the next.
You know, that's very important for you to say that. I host a women's conference. I end up changing the name to Retreat because a lot of times when we think of women conferences, we think of church conferences, you know, things like that. And my conference or my retreat is not necessarily made for just Christian women. It's made for all women because we all are going through something as a woman, whether you know, are Christian, whether you are Muslim, whether you are Jewish or, you know, do not believe in anything. We all as women deal with things in life and sometimes similar. So, you know, I changed it to Divas, self-care and holistic wellness retreat. And it just, for that, now, you know, mind you, if the Lord comes in and he bless, we're going to allow him to come in and bless. But I don't want it to seem where we're separating women to not want to come because they do not have the same belief. We want to bring women together where we can empower each other, where we can encourage each other. And so, you know, I think that is very important for us to make sure that as a coach, that we are actually working with the whole person, not the part that we want to work with. We want to work with everyone, not the ones who are just like us. Because again, we all have some type of issue that we can use a coach for, and we all need someone to listen to. So I think that's very important to bring that up. And so when we feel like we want to empower all of our clients and make sure they change, you know, working on themselves. So how can we help a client transition from needing support to being independent?
I think being able to understand where they're coming from and understand that this is a process. And when I work with my clients, there is the ability for them to have a 90-day experience and a 10-month experience with me. And in the 90-day experience, they get a flavoring of where they clocked in, and they begin to see what change will look like and feel like. And so as they realize that they are the one that is doing this, they are the ones that they are able to see that they are whole and complete. And that it's a matter of tweaking or reorienting some things within them to give them a sense of certainty, a sense of clarity, and a sense of confidence. So the 90-day experience is one that is just a flavoring of that. But at the end of 10 months working with me, they are able to really own and walk into their greatness in a way that they never did before.
And the process is not always easy. This process is not easy because a lot of times we find things that we do not know that we're holding on to that we need to release. And sometimes we think, oh, I'll let that go. And then through this process, we find out, wait a minute, I did not let that go. Or during the process, we find things that we didn't even know were there. And then we have to face that, And so even with myself, I would just say some things that I needed to face, some things I needed to let go in order to move to the next level. So I use that experience as I work with my clients also. And, I help them find that confidence that they need, learning how to have self-respect as well. Again, learning how to say those no's. I had to learn that, the power of no. And I also had to learn how to let some things go that is not benefiting me, that's no longer benefiting me, because it becomes a weight. And so one of my workshops I do is called Bag Lady. And with that, I have the women to draw a purse or whatever bag they want. It could be a Walmart bag, it could be a Gucci bag, whatever they want, and to write in all of the things that they feel like is weighing them down in this bag. And, a lot of the women find out, like, I didn't even know that was in me. I didn't know that was there. I need to let these things go. And so once we do this workshop, and the workshop is over, every now and then I call and I say, you didn't pick that bag up, did you? You let the bag go? No, I haven't picked the bag up. Okay. You haven't put anything else in the bag, have you? And they're like, no, I didn't put anything in the bag. And so we want to keep our bag light so we can move forward, because it becomes a weight and it weighs us down. And when we have weight, we become tired. We become stressed. We become depressed. And so we have to learn how to find respect for ourselves, say those no's, also make sure that we have the passion to be able to make ourselves better. We have to have a passion for ourselves before we have passion for anything else. At least.
And what you're speaking to is the fact that when we know our purpose and we are at one with our purpose, then we realize that in order for us to remain in a space of authenticity and in a place of truth to our purpose, we have to be discriminatory in terms of what we allow in and what we allow ourselves to be around.
And who also.
Exactly. And so the more clarity you have as to your created purpose, what you are here to do, then you are clear about what you will and will not do. And as you evolve and as you get more and more experiences under your belt and are fine-tuning your purpose as you go along, then, as you refer to, you don't pick up the things that are not going to serve you and make you able to be great and be what you were created here to do.
The Bible says setting those things aside that easily beset us, and sometimes we pick up things that we don't need to, and then you're wondering why you're not progressing where you need to in your purpose, because you're picking up things that's causing you to slow down. It's almost like me carrying something on my back and I'm getting tired. I'm moving fast at first, but eventually just you got something that's holding you down, and it becomes slower and you become slower and you become weaker and weaker. And so not even just what we pick up, but who we be around as well. We need to make sure that we are in line with someone that is, purpose driven as well. A lot of times we are purpose driven, but you could be around, people who, I won't say beat the purpose, but can pretty much just, it's almost like drag the purpose out of you or drag
they defeat your purpose.
Yeah. And so with that being said, or you have someone sometimes, and then sometimes whatever your purpose is, you can't tell everyone your purpose. Everyone you can't reveal everything to. And I tell some of my friends that you can't let everyone know what the left hand is doing and what the right hand is doing, because you have some people who will put doubt in you. And so you have to know who to allow to speak into you, speak in life into you, and not death also. And so,
Yeah, but again, I mean, when you become clear, there's Target, there's Walmart, there's Whole Foods, right? And in the clothing line, there is Target, there's Walmart, there's Chanel, there is, and you have to know, can you get clothing in each one of those? Will they cover you? Can you put them on and look amazing? Yes. But when you decide that this is who I am, I'm not even going to entertain the fact that I could get a shirt at Walmart. That's not me. No judgment, but that's not me. You become okay with who you are. And so what I enable my clients to do is to appreciate who they are, that they don't need to explain who they are and who they are not. They just need to live in that purpose. Because once you get clarity and once you get certainty, there's a confidence that comes with, okay, so I buy my stuff at a high-end store. That's okay. You choose to buy stuff at a store that is not high-end. That is okay. But we don't have to conflict on our choice. We don't have to conflict on our purpose. And so when my clients work with me, irrespective of where their purpose is, I enable them to unashamedly own their created purpose and walk in certainty, clarity, and confidence. So they won't have sleepless nights crying, not knowing who they are. They won't have walking around like an imposter. They will be certain and confident after working with me who they are and whose they are.
And definitely creating a plan for doing that. Once you have to create an action plan for that, whether it be a short-term goal and also a long-term goal. Where is it that you need to be or want to be at a certain point, and then let's work backwards from there, backward design. And so, action plan, you have what you want to do, you know your purpose. So how would you walk into that purpose? What are the things that you need to do? What tools you need?
Well, that's again, the GPS, right? In order for you to know where you're going, you've got to know where you are right now. And you've got to know your destination. So once you lock those two things in, you have a course. You have, as you say, a plan. Your beginning point and your end point are mapped out. And so it's a matter of getting there and getting there to the point of fulfillment and certainty.
And also, it's okay that there's going to be something in the road. I mean, there may be a detour, there may be a crash, but the main thing is, as long as you get to your destination, it may take you longer, but as long as you get to your destination, to me, that's the end goal, is just getting where you want to be. Don't give up, don't turn around. You go through this road, you're going down the road, the GPS give you this, and then you find out, there's a stopping point somewhere, they're working on the road. But, you don't want to just stop, turn around and be like, oh, okay, I'm just not going to go. Because you may be halfway there or closer than what you think, and you already turned around, defeating your purpose and defeating yourself, I would say also. Defeating yourself.
An example that I give to my clients is that if it takes 300 turns to unlock a lock, and you stop at 299, you will never know that it just took one more turn and the lock would have been unlocked. And so again, when we live in our purpose, locking in where we are now and examining all of our pluses and minuses, and we have an end goal in mind, then what happens in terms of the timing becomes an enrichment, a redefining, an experience where we can really hone in on how much we value it, how much we cherish it, and how much we're going to be able to do.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate it. This was fun.
Well, but before we go, if you can let us know how can we contact, if anyone wants to contact you, how can we contact you, Dr. Palmer?
Yes, you can go to janetpalmer.com. That's janetpalmer.com, and schedule on my website. And if you're interested in reading my book, it's on Amazon or wherever you get books, and it's called Human GPS, God's Perfect Script, The Fulfillment of My Why by Janet Palmer.
And for me, if you would like to change your mindset so we can change your outcome, you can find me at Chemistry Growth Mindset. That is chemistry spelled with a K, KEMISTRY. And you can find me there if you need some coaching or business coaching, learning how to take your niche and turn it into a paycheck, or just want to learn how to build self-love. You can find me there.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, ladies. That was a phenomenal talk. Yes, own your own creative purpose. I love it. Well, with that being said, Genius is coming, and I'll see you all on the other side. Thank you so much. Hey, now, as we bring this afternoon session to a close, I just want to thank all our phenomenal guests sharing all the golden and platinum nuggets and gems that we can take back and incorporate into our businesses to grow on the next level. I just want to say thank you so much. I am J. Allen Lilly with Hyper Automation Solutions Incorporated. And that's going to bring it to a close. So before I go, I want to mention, everything's about the kids. It's about those scholarships. And so the Black Business Expo's mission is to raise funds for high school seniors going to college and K through 12 entrepreneurs. This expo is a fundraiser for students. You may go to www.blackbusinessexpousa.com to donate to the scholarship fund, or use the Cash App that's on the screen below. That's $BBXUSA. Our goal is to give laptops and up to $5,000 to 10 students. Students can register at www.blackbusinessexpo.usa.com. Every dollar counts, so we want to remind you to donate to the scholarship fund. Also, we'd like to thank our phenomenal Black Business Expo USA sponsors for March 2023. We have NC 100, Moody Capital Partners, Suede Soul, Lotus Richey Coaching and Training, Carolina, Virginia Minority Supplier Development Council, Step Management, Barbara H. Smith, LLC, the Margie McLean Foundation Incorporated, Genius is Common, Earth Essentials, Milani Shani Global, Executive Women's Success Institute, the Quality Coaching Company, Superwoman Business Services, Creative Force Studios, Lee Entertainment, Artistic App Design, and last but not least, the Black Business Expo USA. So with that being said, Genius is coming, and I'll see you on the other side.
Prepare for what's coming and dominate in economic winter. Stand strong and thrive by showcasing your great products and services globally through the Black Business Network and Black Business Olympics. The Black Business Network has showcased over 2,000 companies with over $7 billion in sales each year. Over 10 million attendees have viewed the rebroadcast each month. Through the Black Business Olympics, Unique styles of business training and mentoring are turning students into business owners and entrepreneurial warriors who will dominate in any economy. Gain the ultimate advantage of the Black Business Olympics, 7 days of unbelievable topics and speakers speaking around the globe. Donate your time and experience to provide expertise and scholarships to students worldwide and change the world. Now, more than ever, new insights, tools, strategies, and capabilities are needed. This is your chance for a major presentation to the world. Fill out the form and join the more than 2,000 speakers who have presented to over 200 countries. Join the Black Business Network streaming live into the Metaverse, STEM City, Black Multiverse Enterprises, Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pod TV, IBM TV, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Sign up today. Spaces are limited, and we will see you